not a saint, you mad? Your sugar-coated doll is not so pure, my bad. I don't give a. You stepping on me and that got my mama touch you better than that. You're mad, I guess you're mad. Wore my best pajama for this drama. Why you talking like that, like that, like that? I'm not gonna spend the night, I'm talking. You got bad things on your mind, keep walking. Spit your words on someone else. Don't act like you're so obsessed with me, with me. You know that I ain't coming back, I'm sorry. Read my lips, you do not like that. You're drowning without me. Take it all back, but if you want my sympathy, honey, well, come as a bitch, get ready for this. I trust my best, confess. You hate me wearing the pants. You weren't so damn obsessed with making me a perfect lie. Makeup is out, naturals in, letting my skin glow out. You're talking shit if you don't like this. You still live in your man's world. I'm not gonna spend the night, I'm talking. You got bad things on your mind, keep walking. Spit your words on someone else. Don't act like you're so obsessed with me, with me. You know that I ain't coming back, I'm sorry. Read my lips, you do not like that. You're drowning without me. Take it all back, but if you want my sympathy, honey, well, come as a bitch, get ready for this. You know that I ain't coming back, I'm sorry. Read my lips, you do not like that. You're drowning without me. Take it all back, but if you want my sympathy, honey, well, come as a bitch, get ready for this.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, fuck everybody, just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be
Hump Day, yeah!
Sorry, guys. Arg. I thought I unmuted it. I can't even blame it on Monday. Okay, it's just me. We know. Can you guys hear me okay now? Can you hear me now? Number one. Okay, who's the official counter this morning? Damn it. Did you guys hear Hump Day at least?
Hump Day, yeah!
So, I didn't plan on doing any foodie content today because it's just so boring, y'all. And then Salah went live on on the couple's channel this morning, and I tried to watch that, and it was so boring, y'all. So, we are not watching foodie today. But the Sarah Boone case is supposed to start trial on October 2nd. I have a feeling they're going to end up delaying it again. Just like reading through some of the stuff that we're going to cover today, she keeps her attorneys keep quitting on her. She's had public defenders quit. She's had her family attorney quit. Like, everyone is quitting. So do I. I totally feel you, Flowers. So I kind of have a feeling it's going to end up getting delayed at the last minute, just because I feel like if she goes with an attorney, this last attorney that quit on her told the judge that she should represent herself because no attorney is going to satisfy her. I don't know the exact number that they went, that she's gone through, but she's gone through. Yeah. Yes, thank you, Last Nerve. Exactly. She keeps switching, keeps switching, keeps switching. So, this woman's out of her ever-loving mind. So yeah, we'll have to see if they postpone it or not. Otherwise, it's supposed to start next week on the 2nd. So, I figured this would be a great time for everybody to get kind of caught up on the case, so that when the trial starts, everybody, knows about the case and can kind of keep track of what's going on. First, though, I wanted to pull up this one case. It's out of Baltimore. If anybody is in that area, I'm sure have heard of this. So Baltimore police warn suspect at large in female CEO slaying Will K and R. I don't know why I'm abbreviating, because I have the K word in my title, but Baltimore police say that tech CEO Pava Marie Lepere was found dead in her apartment on Monday morning shortly after a missing persons report was received. Lepere, 26, was found dead on Monday at 11:34 in the 300 block of West Franklin Street in Baltimore. Officers found that Lepere had signs of blunt force trauma. Thank you, Irma. Good morning, Janet. Morning, Brandy. Oh, I'm so glad to see you, Brandy. Shortly before officers arrived at the apartment, a missing persons call was made. An investigation revealed homicide detectives are investigating her death. During a press conference, officials revealed that Jason Deans Billingsley, 32, is a suspect in the case and wanted for first-degree murder, assault, and other charges. Hold on, guys. I want to copy this. Police don't believe Billingsley had any relationship with LePere. Billingsley was convicted of attempted R and other violent crimes in 2011 and received a sentence of 30 years, but he was paroled in October 2022. The Baltimore Medical Examiner's Office took possession of her body. Billingsley is on the loose and hasn't been arrested. Baltimore Acting Police Commissioner Richard Worley was also issued a warning about Billingsley. Excuse me. This individual will kill and rape. He will do anything he can to cause harm. So please be aware of your surroundings. Drill that into your kids' heads, guys. I've drilled that into my daughter's head. Always stay aware of your surroundings. And luckily, she's really good at doing that. Not luckily, that's a blessing. He also had a message for Billingsley. If you're out there watching, hopefully you are, every single police officer in Baltimore City, the state of Maryland, as well as the U.S. Marshals are looking for you. We will find you. So I would ask you to turn yourself in to any officer, any police station, because we will take you into custody eventually. And then we will turn it over to the state's attorney to prosecute you to the fullest. So please turn yourself in. Okay, I did read this before we started. That just sounds kind of... It kind of sounds silly to me. Like, how that's not encouraging to get him to come, surrender himself. It's like, please surrender yourself, because once you do, you are going to jail for the rest of your life. So come on, don't you want to come turn yourself in now? Baltimore Mayor Brandon Scott said there's no way in hell he should have been out on the street. Absolutely. LePere was the CEO of EcoMap Technologies, which is based in Baltimore. She was a Forbes 30 Under 30 award recipient this year. EcoMap Technologies issued a statement on LePere's death on Facebook that said, "The news has shaken us all deeply." 26 years old, guys, and she was on the Forbes 30. The circumstances surrounding Pava's death are deeply distressing, and our deepest condolences are with her family, friends, and loved ones during this incredibly devastating time. Pava was not only the visionary force behind EcoMap, but also a deeply compassionate and dedicated leader. Her untiring commitment to our company, to Baltimore, to amplifying the critical work of ecosystems across the country, and to building a deeply inclusive culture as a leader, friend, and partner set a standard for leadership, and her legacy will live on through the work we continue to do. As a team, and on behalf of our customers and the EcoMap community, we are devastated by this loss, and we pledge our unwavering support to the LePere family as they navigate this heartbreaking period. We would also like to express our gratitude to the authorities and emergency services for their efforts and professionalism. You were born in Baltimore. Franklin Street is downtown. I am oh so happy to be with y'all. I am oh so happy you are with us, Brandy. Sorry, is this another person on the run? So, yes, it is. This is somebody out of Baltimore. How sad, you guys. She was only 26 years old, and she was already on the Forbes 30. Can you imagine the stuff she could have done in her life? So, this is the man that they are looking for. It doesn't tell us, like if he may be in a car or... let me see. Let's search his name to see. Here's my thing. There was also another murmurer that was on the run last week, and it got like no media coverage. But remember the one that we just covered? That like the media coverage was like crazy for that guy. I don't understand why some get, all the resources they can and others don't, because I don't see this guy's, name and face plastered everywhere, like for a manhunt. Hold on. I gotta save this. Oops. Yeah. So that kind of like, I'm like, why isn't he everywhere, you know? So Jason Dean's, let's see. I mean, there's articles about it, but I don't see anything about, him like a manhunt the way they were hunting for the other one. Baltimore is only a 25-minute drive to the PA border, an hour to Virginia. This is a day he could be in this in a day he could be in Canada. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, well, that would be a different part of PA that would be that close, but even for us here, we're only about an hour and a half from Canada. Maybe 2 hours. But anyway, I'll keep checking it because I personally want to know why they aren't having a manhunt for this guy. Because it sounds like they're pretty definite that he's responsible. Okay. So this is Court TV site. Let me add that to my description before I forget. Okay. I thought this one was good because just for now, I'm not going to click on the links because we are going to watch the interrogation video. But I thought I'd just read through some of these just so that you can see what I was talking about. So these are other headlines in her case. Sarah Boone attorney formally withdraws, won't let her call him a buffoon. Accused suitcase killer Sarah Boone granted new attorney. Sarah Boone's attorney withdraws, recommends she represent herself. Sarah Boone's attorney asks to withdraw from case. Suicide murder trial, Sarah Boone's status hearing, Sarah Boone's letters from jail. Inside Sarah Boone and Jose Torres' troubled relationship. Trial for accused suitcase murmurer Sarah Boone delayed again. Suitcase murmur trial, Sarah Boone pretrial hearing postponed. Graphic video, Sarah Boone's boyfriend begs to be released from suitcase. I am probably going to do that one, guys, and then follow that up with the interrogation video. Hold on, because I need to get a trigger warning up. Just a sec, guys. All right. It's not here. I'm going to try to find. I know it's on YouTube. Okay, here we go. So again, guys, trigger warning. this is hard to watch. So if you think that this is going to, affect you mentally, please step away. It's only 2 minutes long. Let's do that.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
Sarah.
Fuck you.
She's
Sarah.
laughing.
Stupid.
Sarah.
You don't have sound?
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Let me pause. No sound still?
Sarah. I can't fucking.
Do none of you have sound? Oh, okay.
breathe, babe. Seriously.
Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
Sarah. Sarah. Sarah.
Morning, Juicer. Good morning, Lisa.
Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
That's on you.
Sarah, I can't breathe.
It's on you.
Sarah.
Real or ransom. Might want to get video for it extra. Because I got this.
Sarah.
Real or ransom.
Sarah. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
Oh. That's what I feel like when you ching on me.
Sarah. I
Fuck
can't
you.
fucking breathe, Sarah.
So, this is Sarah Boone. Her case, her trial should be starting October 2nd. Starfire. She claims her and her boyfriend, were basically partying, and then they decided to play hide and seek, and the boyfriend crawled into the suitcase, and this is him begging her to open the suitcase because he cannot breathe, and she laughs at him, mocks him, and he ends up passing away in the suitcase.
Yeah. You should probably shut the fuck up.
Sarah.
Good morning, Austin. Yes, clearly, Lisa. Yeah, I agree. She's drunk. Okay. So that video has been everywhere, obviously, since it happened. And now we are going to watch the interrogation video. Again, I'm going to keep that trigger warning up there, just in case, so that if anybody comes in, if you guys could, if I don't see in the chat and somebody asks, what we're watching or whatever, if you could let them know.
Just let us know if at any time you need more, okay? I'm gonna have you sit in the green chair that doesn't move. Appreciate you coming in.
Yes, ma'am. I want to ask you about these whenever we have a moment.
Sure. So obviously, he received his autopsy. So I'm going to read you your rights again because we have to talk about that. And since I'm talking about the incident, we just have to do it, just like we did yesterday.
Protocol?
Just like we did yesterday. Remember I read you the rights? Your rights? Yeah. So it's the exact same thing, but since I'm asking you follow-up questions, I need to read them to you, okay?
Sure.
All right, so you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer before and during questioning without charge. If you cannot afford a lawyer and want one can be provided for you before questioning without charge. Has anyone threatened you or promised you anything to get you to talk to me?
No.
And do you understand what I just read you?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So this morning we went to his autopsy, and we were informed of some injuries that he has by the doctor. So I want, so he's got
Morning, Bama. Good morning, Lilith.
scratch
Good morning,
marks to
Jarella.
his back.
I know what that's from.
Okay. And it's called a contusion. Do you know what a contusion is? So, like, basically you're getting hit, and then, you know, you get a mark from it. You'll get bruising. Like, someone hit you or something like that. It's called a contusion.
See, we were
So
just
he
talking
had
about that.
some
I
injury-
wasn't sure how many, Juicer, but this last one told the judge she should just represent herself because she's not going to be happy with any attorney.
To his left shoulder. He had a cut near his lip. We could see his mouth was a little
I haven't laid a
swollen.
hand on him.
Okay.
Also, too, he fell off my son's bike,
Okay.
so I don't know. And he's notorious for running into the wall or the
Okay.
hall tree. So
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't-
What about the scratches? Because
Sex.
there's also sex.
Yes.
Okay. Because there's also
You know
like a
darn well that is
scratch on
not what that was. If she could sit there and laugh and mock him and stuff when he was in there and couldn't even breathe, I doubt that they were having regular relations.
the back of his neck, kind of going, but it's going straight across.
I have no idea what that's from.
And they're all recent. They occurred recently. It wasn't something that occurred post or that occurred a week ago or 2 days ago, 3 days ago. They definitely occurred, the night leading up to when he was.
In all honesty, we have not gotten into it.
Okay.
That's why, the only thing I thought you guys were going to ask me about, which I was going to be honest with you anyway, are the scratch marks on his back.
Mhm.
Everything else, I have no idea what it is. No idea what it is. Nonetheless, I've had
She is such a horrible liar.
my son over the house, too, so,
Well, your son was there when? When was he last there?
oh, gosh.
From my
week?
understanding, he was there last Tuesday.
I don't know if it was Tuesday, but yes, he was there last week, so.
Well, we're talking about Sunday.
Yeah.
We're just talking about what occurred Sunday. Because, like I said, the injuries they occurred within that time period.
So you're talking about day before yesterday?
Sunday leading into Monday. You
Where-
called us yesterday at 1, but the incident, you guys were painting and stuff the night prior.
Correct.
So we're talking about Sunday and then
That's
into
why
Monday.
I'm thoroughly confused, because we had a good time
Mhm.
sitting on the back porch, having wine, and smoking a couple of cigarettes, and then decided to go inside and literally paint, do puzzles, and play, and listen to music. That's why nobody got out of sorts. This is what's mind-blowing to me.
Okay.
I have no clue. Nobody laid a hand on anybody.
He also had, on the left side of his forehead, he had basically bruising.
Right.
Lilith.
Lilith.
And on his head and his skull,
I have no idea.
as if something hit him.
I
It's considered
have not
blunt force
touched him.
trauma.
I should find the body cam. I'm gonna look for the body cam footage for the officers when they came to the house when she finally decided to call 911, because that explains a lot of facts too in the case.
Not touched him. I have not touched him.
Then how would you get those injuries?
Tell me and we'll both know. I have not touched him.
Yesterday, when we took photographs of your overall body, and they did the buccal swabs, did they go under your fingernails?
No.
Okay. Are you willing to let us
Absolutely.
swab underneath your fingernails?
Go for it.
Okay.
I have no idea, and I don't want to seem out of sorts, but I have no idea. We had a good day.
Mhm.
It was a good day. We've had good days lately,
Mhm.
even considering everything that's going on with our jobs and life in general and ex-wives and everything. It's been good.
Okay, I think I found the.
On February 24th,
Hold on.
On February 24th, 2020, there was a crisis at Sarah Boone's Winter Park, Florida home, prompting her to call 911.
My boyfriend is dead. My boyfriend and I were playing last night, and oh my goodness, I put him in a suitcase and we were playing.
Deputies say Sarah Boone and her boyfriend, George Torres, were drinking when she put him inside of a suitcase, zipped it up, and taunted him while recording on her cell phone. Sarah says that's when she went to sleep, before finding her boyfriend dead the next day.
I finally decided to come downstairs at like 12:30-ish, whatever it is, and I was like, I forgot he was in the suitcase.
Sarah Boone is charged with second-degree murder.
She seems really shook, doesn't she?
Tonight, our body language experts are breaking down Sarah Boone's own statements to police.
We had a good time sitting on the back porch, having wine, and smoking a couple of cigarettes, and then decided to go inside and literally paint, do puzzles, and play.
All right, tonight we're going to take some time to break down the body camera and interrogation videos of Sarah Boone. You remember Sarah. Boone is accused of zipping up her boyfriend, George Torres, in a suitcase and leaving him in it to die. Now, she claims it was an accident, that they were drinking, they started playing hide and seek.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Irma, he just answered it. She claims that they were drunk and they were playing hide and seek.
And she fell asleep and forgot that he was in the suitcase. Well, she told this story to police a few times, and we have it on tape. So we know what her words are telling us, but what does her body language say? Well, we have just the right people to help us figure that out. Let's bring in our expert, joining in Orlando, Florida. Jury consultant, body language expert, and founder of the Human Behavior Academy, providing on-demand courses in how to spot a liar in 7 seconds or less. Susan Constantine. Susan, great to see you. And in Alexandria, Virginia, body language expert and New York Times best-selling author of You Can't Lie to Me, Janine Driver is with us as well, and you can check her out on TikTok at Body Language Institute. Thank you both for joining me, as always. All right. What I want to look at first is the body camera video from the officers who responded to Boone's 911 call. She did call 911. Now, in this clip, the officer asked Boone to explain what happened and how George Torres ended up dead in the suitcase. Important stuff. And it is Boone's first official telling of the story. So let's watch this together now, and then you can tell me what you see.
We have a puzzle that we started in
Moon, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
To make new art up there, like having a good time with one another.
So let's watch this together now, and then you can tell me what you see.
We have a puzzle that we started in there. Okay. We've been doing art, taking stuff off the wall to make new art put up there, like having a good time with one another. But we're drinking. We had a bottle of wine last night. Okay. So then it's like we decided to play hide and seek, right? Okay. So he gets in the suitcase. Okay. Who is this guy? That's my ex-husband, my former husband. How did he live here with you guys? No. I called him over here. Okay, okay. I didn't know what to do. Okay. I didn't know what to do. Okay. So
if I remember correctly, she called him before she called the police.
I called you guys. I tried giving you CPR. The problem is I fell asleep. I fell asleep. When did you do CPR? This morning, when I found it. Before you called? Yes! 1 o'clock right now. I tried. I was awake, but I actually got out of the bed at like 12:30-ish, whatever. So I came downstairs, and I was like, oh, he's in the suitcase still. And that's when I found him, and I took him out, and I tried doing CPR, and then I called him, and then I called you guys.
Did he get here before the fire department got here?
Who?
Your husband? Or
Yeah.
After getting
Okay.
nice.
Where does he live at?
Right down the street.
Okay. So you were playing, and who zipped him up?
I did, but then I fell asleep.
Okay, you're okay.
She didn't fall asleep. She literally went upstairs to bed. Duh. I think that's how you fall asleep, lady.
I wasn't here. I'm just trying to figure out what happened.
I fell asleep, so I don't know if he suffocated or like had an aneurysm or a heart attack or what.
What kind of medical conditions does he have?
None that I know of.
Nothing that you know of.
None
You
that I
didn't take
know
any
of.
medicine?
No.
medicine?
All we had was a bottle of wine. Literally, just a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Doing puzzle artwork. Then we decided to play hide and seek. That's all that happened.
All right, Susan.
I want to see what the body
One
language
thing we know, as
experts
sure as
say.
the sun is going to rise, defendants will always try to minimize what they've done in a situation like this. But anyway, that's why we go to you guys. So, Susan, let me start with you. What'd you see there?
There was a lot to unpack here. And first of all, you could take this frame by frame by frame because there's so much information in everything that she's talking about. The first thing I want you to notice is that her lack of empathy. She doesn't show any sort of emotion, right? She's talking about that she's playing with these puzzles or inside. She's giving, giving gestures that are illustrating that that's what she was doing.
Well, I will say I would not think that he could suffocate in a suitcase. The only way I would think that that would be a possibility is like those newer suitcases that are like a hard suitcase, but like a cloth or canvas or, like that suitcase was, I wouldn't have expected that. You would think that like the material would have some, would be breathable to an extent. Like, I don't know. I would not have thought that that would be the outcome. But no matter what the outcome was, I wouldn't have left my partner in a suitcase overnight either and gone to bed.
But you'll see a moment where all of a sudden there was a shift, a little pause, a little hesitation, and that's what she's talking about, that they were playing these hide and seek games. So what I saw in that very short little piece, there was something that occurred from when they were playing with these puzzles or putting these puzzles together to where they began playing hide and seek. The other thing is that what she talks about is that she sets already the stage talking about that they had a bottle of wine. The reason why she's doing that is she's setting the stage of why she forgot, so to speak, or she fell asleep, or the reason why she fell asleep. The other things I'd like you to notice, too, is her change in her demeanor.
Because I was drunk has been a wonderful defense in the past for people.
Anytime you see a change of their demeanor, there's a different change in their state of mind. She goes from being more frantic, you see her in these frantic moments. She becomes extremely angry. That's what's really unusual about a case like this, because usually when someone has died and someone that's close to them, you're going to see a sense of sadness. You're going to see a sense of remorse, a sense of grief. You don't see that here.
Well, I feel like you kind of do get the impression, even on the video that she took, you do kind of get the impression that he can't breathe because, well, he does say he can't breathe, but also he doesn't say much more than her name. Like if he was able to breathe and wasn't, struggling or worried about oxygen or whatever, I feel like, he would have been saying, Sarah, look, I can't breathe. I'm not, like it would have been longer call outs to her, and it was only him saying, Sarah, almost like as if that's all he could get out at a time or something.
He actually gets angry and showing aggression towards the police officer. That's associated with guilt. Now, I'm not saying that she didn't fall asleep. I think that she did at some point, but I think it was after she was already taunting him, went upstairs, fell asleep, knowing that he was in there, and then she came down, and then she goes, oh my God, which is where they tend to kind of go, oh, I lost my head in that. But there is so much here to unpack, Michael, that it would take hours to unpack every little segment here, because there's a lot. Janine, what'd you see?
Fair enough. Yeah, Janine, I want to go to you because I just want to say quickly, I had that note here that I didn't see much remorse. But then I also had the note to say she was possibly grieving, so there is that denial phase. I thought that might have something to do with it, but love to hear what you got to say.
Well, I saw surprise here. So the eyebrows are up and curved, and then we saw the whites of the eyes. And what I like to say is when white eyes are here, fear is here. So this fear that is showing up, I don't, in my expert opinion, based on what I was seeing with lots of this footage, I don't think that this was a premeditated murder. I think that...
Yeah, I don't think that she meant for that to happen. I think, who was it? One of you said, like she was punishing him. She does she accuses him of being abusive. But, that could just totally be her trying to come up with an excuse to justify what she did. But there is zero, she doesn't seem shook at all.
She was kicking it back a little, had too much, and, did punish him. The neighbor called in and told the police that they heard a loud thumping falling down the stairs. And of course there were different injuries with him. we didn't show it here, but as much as body language is important, there's something called statement analysis, which is the words matter. And she said we had just a bottle of wine, just as a minimizing word right here, instead of we had one bottle of wine. When she called 911, she said this, and I think it's critical. My boyfriend, so my boyfriend is ownership of my boyfriend. She didn't say this guy I was dating. She's saying my boyfriend, which is ownership, saying she's got this boyfriend. My boyfriend and I were playing last night, and I put him in a suitcase, and which is a relationship, we were playing and kinda hide and seek. These start-stop sentences are very suspicious. And when we hear a kinda, we heard a lot of kindas with Amber Heard with the Johnny Depp case. I say when there's a like or a kinda, there's more to find. So I think there's more to find here. And I think Susan pointed out a lot of the body language is incongruent.
No,
listen, I've been with people who have lost loved ones, and they're like, bring them back. I mean, there's no one way we all experience grief, of course, but you'll often see like, bring them back. Please tell me they're not dead, please. And instead, she's setting up the case right now with her body language. Her hand gestures are really.
And she's trying so hard to appear upset, but she's clearly not.
Really big, trying to convince us. And our hands are fascinating because there are more connections in the brain to our hands than any other part of our body. Wow. So our hands are important, and we see lots of hands movements. I don't know if you're going to play some clips when she's being interrogated or interviewed by law enforcement, but we see a lot of gestures that I hope we get to talk about. What does this mean when she's doing this to police?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, she's telling her story, and as I said, it sounds like a little bit of minimizing, but also, like you said, she wants folks to believe her story. So it's interesting. All right, Susan.
All right, I'm going to end that there, and then we're going to switch over to the interrogation. She's quite little, though. You don't think a half a bottle of wine would get her drunk? She, whatever they drank, she clearly was drunk, because you can hear her in the video where she took the video of him in the suitcase. You can totally hear it that she's intoxicated. But when that woman said that just a bottle of wine is like a simplifier, I thought she was going to say that she's trying to downplay how much they drank and that there was probably a lot more, but she didn't really say that.
Like, I don't even know where this is coming from.
Yeah, I don't even know. Last physical was probably, you said, I think, a month ago? Where you got the injury, right? You said that was a month ago?
A few weeks, give or take, yeah.
A few weeks. That was the last, physical altercation between the two of you? You said a month ago he hit you with a curtain rod.
Yeah, with a curtain rod. That's why I can't believe you guys didn't take that either.
Wow.
We've been good. I don't know if, it's since the last time he got out of jail. We've been good, and he's been
so
having
many
his
red
classes
flags in this
and seeing his probation officer, who's amazing. So.
What do you mean by good? What's your definition of good?
The probation officer?
No, you said you guys have been good. What's your definition?
I've been good. I don't think you all understand. He comes
the
at.
The thing is even if it proves that she was wasted off her butt, that still doesn't. It's like I said, it has never worked for people in the past. Oh, I was drunk, so that's going to get you off of a murder charge. The only thing that I feel like where it would be important is deciding whether or not it was premeditated.
At me all the time. He comes at me. So it's either I flee.
Same, Jarella.
Or
but you know what? I also have been known to freeze in situations too. Like when my oldest, when he was a year old, he had a febrile seizure. I was the only one that knew what was happening and stuff because my sister and I had them till we were 5 years old. So my mom always preached to us to be careful with that when we had kids. I was the only one that knew what was happening, but I was holding him and his chest was against my chest. Because he was sleeping and we were trying to put socks on him because we actually were on our way to the doctor's house. The doctor was having us come to his house instead of to the hospital because his house was closer. And while I was holding him, putting his socks on, he started to seize in my arms and I completely froze. Luckily my husband was there. My mother and father-in-law were there and they shot into motion and she told me, call the doctor back. And so I called the doctor back and he walked us through like every step of it. But so I don't know. I can see where you would kind of like shut everything out and off, as a coping mechanism. I can kind of see that happening because I knew what was happening and yet I froze.
Go upstairs and go to sleep. That's usually what it is. And I don't know if you talk to Brian about any of that, but most of the time when I sleep, I go over there. So.
Right, but you're saying that you guys have been good, and when I asked you yesterday, the last incident that you could remember was the curtain rod incident, which you said was a month ago, so.
Give or take.
Right. So what do you mean by he comes after you? Like,
he gets belligerently drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if you all have looked through my phone yet.
It's Ghostface. It's like she's not one bit concerned with the fact that he died. It's all about her getting off, like not getting in trouble for it and stuff like that. Like she's completely thinking of herself. Doesn't even seem fazed by the fact that this was her boyfriend, someone she's supposed to love, and he's gone.
Yes, and seen any of the pictures and the videos that I have taken.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, I started documenting everything.
Okay.
So you all will see in my pictures bloody fingers, split foreheads, he split my nose. I've got this.
Right.
I don't know if Brian told you about it, where I had to have I had one really bad surgery, but then it got really, 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 really bad, where I had to go like 4 or 5 more times afterwards for them to tend to it.
Mm-hmm.
From him poking me in the back of the leg.
Right.
So it's...
Then why are you still with him?
Everybody asks me that. When I tell you guys this, I really love him. Like I do. And I feel like I can help him. Like I feel like I could help him, which I did, because he came a really long way from where he was in Philadelphia to moving back to here and to dealing with everything else that he's been dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
I've really helped him. I've bailed him out of jail, 3 times. I've gone to every single hearing and every single arraignment, everything that I did for him. Gone to see all his public defenders, go to the...
All that's telling us is, like she's bitter, she's bitter that she was there for him and maybe he wasn't able to be there for her that way back.
State. I've gone to the state. I did everything for him because I'm trying to help him, because I had hope in him. And he was trying. He was really trying. And then he starts to think about things, and I think he gets overwhelmed, and then it's like, the next thing I know, he's drinking. So it's like, oh man, I know where this is going to go, so I'm going to go upstairs and read a book.
Again, now she's putting it, he's drinking again. Well, obviously that was something that you two shared. She that's basically her defense is I was drunk. That's why I went to bed and forgot that he was in there. And she did not forget. I don't care what you say. She did not forget when she went upstairs. And she slept sound as a baby.
Or I'm going to go for a bike ride, or I'm going to do something else. Where I don't want to drink. I don't want to drink. The occasional wine, whatever, or if it's a weekend, that's when you have a good time. You don't have to wake up the next day. I have to wake up the next day and do things. I have to tend to Lucas. I have to take him to school. I have all this stuff to do. He doesn't know how to, I guess, maintain himself, where I can do 50 things at once and still know the 50 things prior that I need to get done. He can't process like that. He didn't process like that, so he would literally, not literally, but have smoke coming out of his ears. So the next thing you know, he doesn't want to deal with it. I'm going to go get something to drink. So the majority of the time, I would hang out outside or do something else because I don't want to drink. And every time, his job broke his heart. And it made me sad because he had so much pride in his job.
This is my time to say PSA. Guys, if you have alcoholism in your family, if your grandfather, your grandmother, your father, if you have it in your bloodline at all, please do not pick up alcohol. The addiction sneaks up out of nowhere. Like my husband had, insisted that he was addicted from his first drink, and his first drink was like at 13. please, I've preached it to my kids their whole lives. Stay away from alcohol. You have grandparents that were alcoholics, you know, your father, blah, blah, blah. It's bad, guys. It ruins families, lives. Just don't do it.
Store that he took care of so much totally went downhill. And that broke his heart because he had put so much work and effort into fixing it up. And his manager was awful and basically gave up on all of the employees. So I think that had a huge bearing on why he would drink so much. His ex-wife is bonkers. She was all over him all the time. Send me money, send me money, send me money. How can I send you money when I don't have a job? And he's still trying to take care of me and Lucas by paying a bill here or there, getting some groceries. So he always had something on his mind, which is why, again, I got the puzzles and the paint to try to get him off of it so we don't have a drink, or he doesn't have a drink. So when you all see my phone, you can see all of the damage he has done to me and the videos of him smashing my television because he's belligerently drunk. Where most of the time, I just don't want to be there. And I try to help him. I try to calm him down. Eventually, he just passes out.
Well, yesterday it made it sound like you guys were just drinking like a glass or two. Like, yeah, you obviously had the bottle, but you told me on recording like that you were not drunk, he was not drunk, you guys were having a good time. I can't get drunk. Number one, I do not want to get drunk.
Wait, what?
I don't like being non-complimentous.
But she was drunk. I don't get drunk. I don't like to get drunk. I was drunk.
My wits about myself. I don't like feeling out of control. So,
I'm just saying you're making it sound like he's a raging alcoholic today, and yesterday I was kind of asking you those questions, and you're like a little defensive, like, no, we're not alcoholics.
I'm not.
We are not, you know.
I'm not.
But you guys were both sober on Sunday, to your knowledge, because when I said you went and passed out, you were like, no, I didn't pass out, I just fell asleep. So now it's kind of like, what is it? Were you guys drinking and it got out of hand and it got physical?
No.
Or is it...
Sunday was one of the better days that we have had in quite some time. He's dancing with my dog. You can see that, too, on the pictures, him loving the dog. He loves the dog and dancing around, having a good time, and just being happy kind of thing. He doesn't know. I can get, like, maybe 2-3 glasses of wine, and I'll be fine. But I have to have my wits about myself because I don't know what to expect.
Well, let's talk about Sunday. What was Sunday? How were you, like, how many glasses of wine did you have? How many glasses of wine did he have? The bottle was gone. I mean, I don't know if you poured any out. Yes.
No, that was from previous.
You said that there was a half bottle.
Guys, I'm going to start using my Twitch more, and I streamed over there yesterday morning. I'm thinking about doing off days, like my off days from YouTube, doing streams over there. So the Twitch link did just go up in chat. If you guys haven't already followed me over there, if you would please follow me over there and join us over there as well.
Bottle left over.
About this much.
And then that you had well, I don't even know how the wine. How'd you guys get the wine for Sunday?
We should totally. I'm gonna make a note, and maybe that's what we can do on Friday. I can't even read that, and I don't know why I see it's Lady Starfire, but what was it for? I don't know why it was a different alert than normal. Okay, sorry guys.
I'm guessing he went to Publix.
Thank you, Lady Starfire, whatever
leave the
that
house
was.
And you stay home, or do you go to Publix? Like, cause
sometimes I'll go with him.
Okay. Did you go with him Sunday to Publix?
So most of the time what happens is, because the convenience store where we get cigarettes is here, and then Publix literally is cattywampus to it.
Okay.
So what he'll do is he'll go by Publix, and then on the way back,
it may have been an old one or something that just caught up.
Store.
I don't know.
Okay. So is that what he did Sunday?
I'm guessing that's what he did, because the next thing I know, he's walking in with a bottle.
Okay.
So that's,
Okay.
it's him trying to be nice, so I don't have to go out and do it. Plus, there's stuff that are around the house that I had to take care of. So that's usually what will happen. Or I'm folding laundry and he'll go run out and do whatever.
Okay. So, where were you guys at on drunkenness, not drunkenness on Sunday? You told us you weren't drunk.
No, I was not drunk.
Right.
I was not drunk. So with him, I don't know. I know when it's like, oh, okay, man, where I have told him, slow down. It's starting to catch up with you. Slow down. Slow down. And another thing, too, is I don't like listening to music with him because he gets too involved in the music, and the music that he listens to is a little rough around the edges, and, like, just, it makes me fractious listening to his music. So I kept asking him, let's just you and me talk. You and me will just be the ones that are talking, which was fine, because, I mean, we were playing with the dog, whatever, and then it's like, okay, now let's do the painting. We just did the puzzle, took a break, now let's do this. Sure enough, sat down, we're sitting in there talking, laughing, talking about new movies, we're watching movie trailers while we're doing painting and all that other stuff. So it's still background noise to him, because I think that's what he's used to, is having background noise. Where me, I can sit in here all day with not a peep. But he always has to have some kind of background noise, which I didn't mind because the trailers were cool. And he was interested in showing them to me, getting excited about movies that were out or upcoming.
Okay.
So
on your laptop you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like, okay.
And I mean, and then it was...
But you said it was a good day, like you guys didn't have any conversations about your relationship, you guys didn't go down like the rabbit hole, like had too many to drink, and you guys start getting...
No, when I tell you this, it made me so happy that he actually listened to what I had to say with just, we'll get through it. This will be fine. It's just, it's a small hurdle that you and I together will get through, because...
I'm talking about the money, jobs,
daughters,
stress.
Yes.
Nothing
No.
relationship-wise, though? Like, no issues, like, did you guys have a conversation about your relationship, or was it just about,
just
like,
what's
the stress
going on right now?
Got it.
I try to evoke it from him so he gets it off his chest, because I call him the volcano, where eventually he's going to erupt.
Right.
And what he has learned in his classes is to communicate, which is a huge thing in a relationship, where he has been practicing communication. So he actually talks to me about things and unburdens himself. Put it on me. I'll sit there and try and figure it out for you, like I have almost everything. Not a worry. Just tell me. Get it out of you.
Right.
But it was, when I tell you, I was so happy. Like, it was such a good day. I kid you not. The weather was beautiful outside. I'm the one that had him go inside so we can do puzzles and painting and listen to music or whatever else he wants to do. So then he starts doing whatever it is we're doing together in the living room, and then starts talking, because I think he gets comfortable with, okay, you know what, we're here, it is a good day. Let me go ahead and explain myself. So I know. Nobody else knows, but I know. Nobody knew George better than I did. I say that I knew George better than himself. And I tried in every way, shape, and form. Ask everyone. I helped him. I took care of him. I miss him a lot, and I didn't.
Oh my gosh. Sorry. First of all, I laughed at you, Fish. Not at you, but at your comment. And I asked, did he side-eye you? Who's keeping track of the mutes today? Is that number 2? And... Juicer, doesn't it blow your mind that people still do? Like, every interrogation video I watch, when they read their rights and they don't, and they still talk willingly without an attorney, I'm like, are you stupid? I think even if I was just a witness to something, I think I'd want an attorney.
I didn't even sleep last night. I miss him a lot.
I mean, is there any chance it got to be too much for you and you couldn't handle taking care of him?
She said, I didn't even sleep last night. I miss him a lot. Is she talking about her kid or was she talking about the boyfriend? Either way, that was not good for her to say that. I couldn't sleep last night. Well, then you were knowingly leaving him in there for the night.
And
I never stopped.
trying to
I never stopped. That's what I'm here for. I never stopped. I'm here now because I'm still trying to help him.
Yeah, we just don't, I mean, it's unexplainable how he got these injuries, and
I have no idea.
you were the only one with him.
100% right hand to God. I have no idea how he got them. Nobody touched anybody. Nobody touched anybody.
I don't think that you putting your hand to God means anything to anybody at this point.
Okay. You had mentioned that you would take photos, videos, just kind of like a proof and just in general.
Yeah, I started documenting at one point, but that was way before, I think, the last time that he got arrested, where he was flying off the deep end.
Okay.
But then I had him bailed out. I got him out of jail.
Right.
But because he had violated the pretrial diversion, this time it's probation, so you don't have a choice in it. You have to go to see your probation officer. You have to go to these classes. It's court-ordered.
Mm-hmm.
Where it took him a while to get used to it and understand, they're not messing around. I even went down and met his probation officer, which I say she's wonderful. That's one of my questions, too, I need to talk to you about. Hugged me and said how much she knows that I take care of him. She called me personally one time when George was at work, when he was
Which
working.
means she'll have no qualms about doing it on the stand.
42-minute phone call. She and I just saying how grateful she is that George has me. And she knows how hard I'm working to help him, just as she is and just as the classes will. So once he started actually going on a regular basis to the probation officer and then to his substance abuse class and his, I don't know what BIP stands for, Matters Intervention Program, and actually listening to what it is everyone had to say,
Why,
he changed.
GC?
Like
That's
I
crazy
could
to
see
me.
a change in him, where before lashing out, he would think about it. And would always come home and show me his papers, and we would look over his papers together, where it's like, wow, you actually are learning this in class?
That makes sense,
And
Fish.
some of the stuff that they would show them, like videos, he would come home and be like, Sarah, I'm so sorry for what I've done to you. Because for a video that he watches to make him feel that way, where it's like, oh man, I have done her wrong. But he's changed. He changed.
And that's why you're still with him, even though he's done all these things to you. And
when I tell you I love him, I love him.
Even when you love somebody, you have limits.
Everybody tells me that. All my neighbors still tell me that. The office, property manager.
At some point, somebody gets enough, then they have to do something to defend themselves.
I would just flee, and I don't know if you would like to see on my phone, or I think it's actually on a laptop. I actually, because, and you have to understand too, I have, like, prior to classes in PO, kicked him out. How many times? I had him arrested. How many times?
But you also went down and bailed him
I
out
know.
the next day.
But that
What's,
is,
I know.
What's on your laptop?
that is like, sadly, that's kind of the norm for, abusive relationships like that. You know, I think a woman calls out of fear during an episode where she's being, abused or whatever. She calls out of fear, and then afterwards she feels guilty because they're usually really good manipulators.
What was I going to tell you? Oh, previously, I actually looked up how to file a restraining order.
Okay.
Because I would take him out, his parents, because of them constantly having to take him back in, his bags of clothes, all his stuff. The last time, the father came out and irate and just not even, I don't even know if he knew Lucas was in the car. Just opened the back of my car and just started throwing all his crap in, just throwing it, like the car would jostle. He was throwing all his stuff. At that point, because I continually did it, not continually, I think I maybe did it 3 times, and he has nowhere else to go, they got fed up and said, nope, either you're staying there or you're staying here. But if you're staying here at their place, it's permanent. You're not going back over there anymore. So what happens is he pursues me. So I don't know if you all know where Katie Way Trail is. Okay, so it's literally right there from our apartment. Would ride his bike to work, but before he would leave extra early and come up to the wall, stand on top of his bike and poke his head over because he would know that I would be outside having my morning cigarette and cup of coffee. And I would also know, too, what time he would get off of work, where I would know, come getting off of work, he's going to do the same thing. So it's not like I ever got, like, a break from him, where I told you all yesterday, or whenever it was.
You saw his head.
I started to feel that it was too much togetherness. And
you saw his head over a wall. That's too much togetherness.
When you have too much togetherness, friction happens. So I'm going to go ride my bike. I'm going to go upstairs and read a book. But every waking moment, he wants to be with me. So, and mind you, our townhome is either upstairs or downstairs. So it's like, if you would like to sit downstairs and watch a movie or play on the laptop, look up some jobs, you're more than welcome to. I'm just going to be upstairs maybe watching one of my shows or maybe reading a book. So, and then when that would happen, we really needed that. So what's for dinner? And then we would cook together and eat dinner and then crawl in the bed and watch a movie.
Are you talking about this is like recent? You kind of like lost me. Like what are you?
It was a little while ago.
But now you're talking about tension building up and that you need space. So have you been feeling that way lately, or
no? Okay. No. Okay. My thing is too, so you all know. Oh, I hate that you can't talk to her, but Dee, his ex-wife. When I say a monster, she's a monster. Like she withholds their children from speaking to him. So he gets upset about that, and then she like completely berates him about money, about the father that he is, what he did to her, all this other stuff. It doesn't matter. I mean, mind you, this is not like been recent, but which is why he doesn't even bother calling anymore, because he knows that she's going to answer and he's going to have to talk to her, so therefore he can't talk to his daughter. The other time he talked to her, made her talk to Cookie. That's on my cell phone too, so you can see it.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
What does she have to do though with anything about what happened Sunday and into Monday?
No, I'm just saying
what's the purpose of this story?
Why the incidents, what happened is she plays a big part in it.
Okay.
On top of job and money and groceries and all that.
Okay.
Sunday, when I tell you this, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Is there anybody else at the house?
Nope, it's just me and him.
Since talking yesterday, do you remember any like timelines better? Like what time you guys were playing? What time he was zipped up in the luggage? What time you went upstairs?
We started because we cleaned the house a little bit, did some laundry.
Yeah, they overtalked.
You started the activities around 4, you said?
Yes, around 4:30ish, and then...
You just said that it was dark when you were playing hide and seek, and I'm just curious if you remember...
But when we were outside, that's where we would start and talk about things, and then eventually I was the one that had him come inside so we could
About what time, do you remember what time that was, is what she's asking?
And you said you went up to bed around midnight, fell asleep around 12:30ish, but those were the only times I had. So
see, too, if she was so drunk that she forgot about him, how come she remembers what time she went to bed?
I have midnight, so there's a big gap. So I'm just curious, like, if you recall when you went upstairs to hide in the shower, or...
Like when we started to play hide and seek?
Yeah.
Well... We went inside probably about, if I had to guess, we weren't out there too long, maybe about 6-ish. Then...
You're talking about from hanging out outside and like...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, we have 2 beach chairs that are outside.
Yes,
Right.
Liz.
Enjoy the weather.
Gotcha.
Plus, it started to
So,
get dark.
so what?
and
How does that
nasty
work if
mosquitoes.
she hit him, right?
So, let's go inside. I don't want to be out here anymore.
Right.
All right, let's
That
go.
kind of defeats
So
the
we're
purpose
doing
of the
whatever.
game.
We did it for a while because that puzzle, I don't know if they took it or they saw it. Worked on the puzzle again, finished it, started to paint. Well, started listening to music for a little bit, started to paint. Can we turn the music off? No problem. Start at the top, paint, whatever. Maybe, gosh, that puzzle, we worked on that for probably a good hour and a half. So 8 o'clock-ish?
Is when you went to hide upstairs originally?
No, that's when we were like painting. So then it's like, okay, well, I don't want to paint anymore. Let's just, come on. Okay, you want to play hide and seek? What he does is, okay, tag, you're it. So it's like, okay, we know. Okay, take off.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we did.
And then you went upstairs, and then he didn't come up, and you came down, and the suitcase was there originally because you guys were planning to do donations, so it was already there. Have you guys ever played you said you played hide and seek like probably 3 times in your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
When you have played, have you ever zipped him up in a suitcase prior?
No.
Okay. So it was just kind of like that prop was there, and it was there,
Yes.
and it was in play because...
Why do you say it like that, though?
I would never do that.
You would never zip them up in a suitcase?
Well,
I mean, we were playing.
No, I know,
that
but
time,
I'm saying, I'm talking about hide and seek, which is a game, so...
The suitcase originally is in our closet, buried all the way to the back. If you, I know the CSI people saw our closet. Our closet needs to be cleaned out really bad. My son's clothes need to be cleaned out really bad because they don't fit him anymore, and I'm tired of looking at them. So he took it upon himself, including that suitcase, to take it downstairs so we can get all of our clothes, our donations and everything, and just leave the whole thing by the clothing and shoe thing at my son's school.
Gotcha. No, I'm just asking, in the past, like, have you ever zipped him up in anything, jokingly or not, but obviously
No.
I understand, you know, you're claiming that Sunday it was a joking matter, you were laughing, he was laughing, but what I'm just asking is in the past, like, is it something
Absolutely
that you
not.
guys normally do?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
We were actually this last game running out of places to hide because we have a townhome where it's upstairs or downstairs. So
that made no sense.
Okay, so do you remember making any
That gives you 2
videos
floors to
or
hide.
maybe having any any photos, videos that you remember doing on your phone on Sunday?
no.
No?
I think I took a picture of a dog.
Okay. But your phone is password protected, you have the password, he has the facial recognition, so it's not like someone else could be on your phone.
No, I have both.
But you have the face and the password.
Yes.
Yeah, but he only has the face, correct?
No.
To be able to get onto your phone, you told me that he looks at the phone.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought you were asking if I did. Yes, it's me.
Okay. Does he have access to your phone? Because you said it's a shared phone. Okay, how does he have access?
Sarah, can I borrow your phone? Yeah, it's right there on the kitchen counter.
Okay, but how did he get into it?
She just said yes, but she was shaking her head no.
It's password protected.
He'll come and get it to me, and I'll just do the face thing. Where sometimes, too, like, he'll joke with me and say, okay, I need to borrow your phone. And he'll hold it while I'm cooking or doing something, do the facial recognition.
Okay, so he doesn't know the password, and he doesn't have the facial recognition.
No.
But he is the only other person that would use your phone, I'm
Yes.
assuming, other than...
Well, Lucas.
Right. But Lucas wasn't there Sunday. Right. So, to your recollection, no videos on Sunday?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I mean, I maybe took a picture of them, the two of Tess and
the dogs,
and George
Not
and
sure.
them dancing, but I mean, it's just Tess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think.
Okay.
I think Juicer said they didn't
So
have her
I have
phone
something that I want to show you that we found, and it was from your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there we go. They had her phone.
Can you see it?
If you need to move it around, go ahead.
No, I don't remember that.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me.
Your battery's about to die.
Shut it down.
Oh, okay.
Let me.
The battery doesn't last very long.
Yeah, it used to last a lot longer than that. I don't know what happened.
Okay. Let me just grab something.
All right. No, I was just simply asking because you had a look on your face when she asked you if you've ever done that before. You looked kind of shocked and.
No.
Okay, but why did you say it like that? Like.
I don't think you all understand who I am. Where.
Okay.
Oh my
Well, tell me.
gosh.
I mean, I've always been a straight-A student. I am an outstanding mother to my son.
I can probably zoom us in. Here, give me a second. I feel like the picture quality is pretty crappy though for enlarging. Do we want it like that, or do we want to see the detectives? Cheesy. She went into great details about about everything else, but can't recall taking pictures. Right, and she said she didn't sleep well that night, so she had plenty of time to go get him out of a suitcase. Do we want it close up like this, guys? Or the other way? Oh, let me see. Maybe my setting is down. No, I have it at 720. Do we want to just watch her? Okay, it's just crappy. These interrogation videos never have real clear cameras, but then when you enlarge them like that, it makes them even worse. But here we go.
I excel at everything.
She says
I would not do that.
You wouldn't lock somebody in a suitcase?
Well, I didn't completely lock it. I mean, I opened it with one finger. I left enough in there for him to get out.
Okay.
And I wasn't planning on going upstairs and going to sleep.
Okay. No, it was just the way you said it.
You guys are scaring me.
Why?
Well, we just want you to watch this. This came from your phone. Don't you want to know what's on it?
Yes, please.
I could see that, Lisa. In certain situations, anxiety will make me overtalk. Most of the time I withdraw or I'm quiet, but sometimes it'll make me overshare.
Because I don't know how much I can take.
No.
I don't know how much I can take.
I don't know how to find your...
Do I have to watch this? I continuously throw up. I don't sleep. I don't want to see it, if that's okay.
Well, it's on your phone, and you can either explain it or we take it for what it is.
Yeah. We're just trying to give you the opportunity to tell us what's going on. That's it.
It's that long?
2 minutes.
No.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me. Fuck you.
And it's
Fuck
just,
you.
that's you, your voice.
Stupid.
We're giggling. Oh.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
I can't fucking breathe, babe. Seriously.
Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
Sarah. Sarah.
I don't want to watch it, please. Okay.
Last time we talked to you, you had said that you put him in the suitcase, he had 2 fingers hanging out. And you
I
went to
flipped
bed.
him over.
Oh, gosh, it is.
I flipped him over, and that's where it was.
And there's 2 different videos and a still picture where, yeah, it shows you flipping him in different positions, and him saying that he can't breathe, and you saying fuck
So
you.
this is upside down. So in order for him to have gotten into it,
It was flipped up.
right, it was flipped up normal.
Yes.
Like as if you're packing something. So this is upside down.
Guys, this is killing me right now.
So this image, it's upside down, and then this small video that occurred 11 minutes later, it's flipped over the other way, closer to your dining room table.
Okay.
Now he's obviously still in there. So he didn't, how did it go from the back to the front?
I flipped it.
Okay.
My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep,
Well, that's what you did.
Yeah.
but not intentional.
No, you told me you went upstairs because
What?
you were
Stop
getting
here.
ready for bed.
Stopped here.
Okay, but
Where's here?
show me where you can see any fingers coming out, because there's the end.
It's, and his head's right here.
Mm-hmm.
So going like this, rather than going all the way up, it's like this.
But why is he saying I can't breathe, and why is he pushing on it as if he can't get out?
And it doesn't show a hole.
There's no hole. There's no fingers. I don't see his fingers. There's no hole.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I don't know, like, what you want me to tell you.
I'm just showing you. I'm just telling you what we see and what we've heard from the other video.
I understand.
He's begging for you to let him out. You're laughing in the beginning, and then in the end, it sounds kind of like a...
No, it's not malicious.
Well, saying fuck you.
Laughing?
It's not malicious.
Saying, this is how it
Then
feels
what is
when you
that?
do this or that.
What does fuck you mean to you?
Well,
Like if I were to tell my
like he
partner...
does. Like, I get called everything but a white woman, so
Okay.
my intention was not to leave him in there. Please understand that. My intention was not to leave him in there.
But you went upstairs thinking that he could get himself
Yes.
out, but the video shows
That's
at
what I
no
told
point
you.
can I see his fingers. And
He'll
it
be up
looks
here any
like-
minute.
And then 30 minutes later, he didn't show.
And he's telling you
And I
he
didn't
can't
wake
breathe.
up.
And you didn't
Do you
wake up
think
and
he
you
was
said you
joking?
slept
You
terrible.
told me he
You
was
didn't
laughing,
sleep.
and
We were before.
the video, there's no
When he
laughing.
first got in there,
She told them she didn't sleep that night. She had trouble sleeping, and that she. I'm not sure. Did anybody catch when she said, because I miss him? She said something, like, and I was like, what do you mean you miss him? At this point, he was in the suitcase. He wasn't gone.
both of us were.
So how long was he in there for? Like, this video is at 11:12 when it starts, so was he in there for, like, a long time prior to you recording this?
No. No.
So it goes from funny to no longer funny,
But
you're the
didn't-
only one laughing.
But I didn't think that he was, like, panicky. Like,
So pushing up on a suitcase saying, Sarah, 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 I can't breathe.
George has done that in the past before, too, where it's just like he thinks that he's woe is me kind of thing, where it's like,
He's never been locked in a suitcase. That's where he couldn't get out. So
it's kind of, I thought it was
and
the
you know
boy
the oxygen
crawling
is
wolf,
fucking
crying wolf. kind of thing.
Okay.
And again, my plan.
But
so much.
Nowhere in there is he laughing, is he joking, he's begging.
Who gifted?
And you're the only one laughing.
Okay.
And you're the only one saying derogatory comments. Like you're mad.
No. Please don't, I don't mean to sound negative, and I don't know if I can say this, but like it's like you guys are kind of trying to like feed me.
Thank you, Ghost, for
like,
gifting a membership. And welcome, Flowers, to the Dammit crew.
Video that you no longer want to watch because you probably don't want to know the outcome of how and what you said.
Well, I know what.
You know what's on that video now?
No.
You
I wondered the same thing, Juicer.
Oh. Why don't you remember making the video?
Probably because we had been drinking.
But you weren't drunk.
No. Just because I went upstairs and just
You
because you're
told us-
drunk doesn't mean that
You told us times that you were not drunk. You said that you had your wits about you. You said he had his wits about you.
Mhm.
You said that you don't like not having your wits. In my experience, if somebody cannot remember doing something to the extent of making 2 videos and taking a photo, they are intoxicated.
Okay. I understand where you all are coming from.
Well, we're just trying to make sense of it. We're trying to figure out what
We're trying to
you're saying.
figure out this
You
video.
explain it to us. We're listening.
I just did. Like, we were playing, and then, like, I thought it was... My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep. My plan was not to... He'll be up here any minute.
But you willingly went up.
Her plan was not to. Well, honey, at one point you planned to go upstairs because your feet got up and walked upstairs.
Upstairs and went to sleep. No one forced you to go upstairs and get
My
ready
plan
for
wasn't
bed.
also to leave him in the suitcase.
So why didn't you take him out?
Because I went upstairs, and then I fell asleep.
But why didn't you
Shauna says, if he was so abusive, wouldn't she have been worried about when he got out? If she truly believed he could get himself out? That's a very, very good point, Shauna.
honestly think he's asking to come out?
I didn't do it intentionally.
What do you think is going to happen if you leave somebody in a confined space like that?
Well, I thought by not zipping it up all the way, it would be okay. My plan was not to leave him in the
And what was
suitcase.
your plan?
Waiting for him to come upstairs.
And then when he did it?
I
Thank you,
fell
Carl.
asleep.
You said you were up there 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, somebody not coming up.
Knowing that the last time you saw him was in the suitcase, 30 minutes later, you're like, maybe I should go check on him? Maybe I shouldn't?
No.
Well, that didn't cross your mind because
That's like an assumption. Like, that's what you all are thinking. Just,
We're asking.
it's the whole...
You tell us.
It's the drinking. That's what it is. It's the drinking. I thought it was, like, I thought he was okay. Like, I didn't,
He's telling you he's not. He's telling you, Sarah, I can't breathe. He's saying your name, and you're like, that's my name, don't wear it out.
Guys, that's how...
That's the impression that I get, too, that she's got, she's, like, entitled. She's gotten away with a lot in her life because the way she's acting in jail, she's, like I, said, she went through so many lawyers and basically, like the last attorney said, unless you have a lawyer that is only going to work on her case and her case alone, she won't be satisfied. Like she wanted, the lawyer's undivided attention to her case. That just tells me right there, that like she acts entitled.
We are with each other. Like, nobody understands our relationship. The whole suitcase thing never happened before.
Would you leave someone else in a suitcase?
Yes.
Would you leave Lucas in a suitcase jokingly? Because it was a
No.
joking matter. You put him in there jokingly. Would you leave Lucas jokingly in there? And you love Lucas, right? And you love
I wouldn't do
George.
that to him either. I wouldn't do that to him.
So,
But you did.
Well, it's not like, again, I don't think you all understand. Like, it's not that was not my intention.
Well,
y'all don't have any idea what
by
I've
your
done
acts,
for
though.
him.
But by your acts, and that's exactly right. you get to the point where you've done so much for somebody and they don't show you any appreciation.
He did.
Not by your words in the video. I don't get that.
He did.
Because you bring up the fact that when he's choking you, you can't breathe. That's how you felt when he cheated on you. You couldn't breathe. And you verbally, several times, told him just, fuck you.
Well, you said it in the video, but you won't let us play the rest of it because you don't want to.
When I say cheating, it's on his phone.
Okay. Cheating is cheating.
I think so, too.
Exactly.
It's your definition of cheating, though, so, I mean, that's what the word cheat means.
And that's what you told him in the video. That I couldn't breathe when you cheated on me.
No.
That's how I felt when he said, Sarah, I can't breathe. And you told him,
I don't
fuck
know
you.
what you...
Here is... Oh,
this is...
What?
Here is the, this is from the video that she took of him in the suitcase. So you can kind of see how big it was.
What would you say if somebody told you that they had done this?
Done what?
Zipped somebody in a suitcase and went up and went to bed.
Do you all not think... So you all think that it's like, oh, good, I got him in there, now I'm going to go to sleep? Is that what you guys are trying to assume? Or trying to, like...
We're just... The video is very portraying of the opposite of what you told us.
No.
It does not... It is not leading up... It is not matching what statement you gave us in the car.
So...
And that's why we want to know...
And I don't remember doing those.
The injuries are not consistent with what you told us.
Rose, they were playing hide and seek. You know, the game where somebody hides and you have to find them. But she helped him get into the suitcase, she said. And she's the one that zipped it. So how is that hiding? If you literally help him hide.
So we have a lot of inconsistencies, and this video
Morning, Roy.
explains itself. It really, truly does.
Right.
You don't think that I have thought about that?
Thought about the video, or thought about...
But no, again, if you don't mind, please. So you all are assuming that it's like, oh, good, I got him in there, now I'm going to go to sleep? Is that what you all are assuming?
Well, it's not an assumption when that's what you told us that happened.
That's what happened.
And the video...
Yeah,
I mean...
But I'm not going to say...
You thought he could get out on his
own.
But the video shows that he cannot get out on his own.
But when I unzipped it with one finger.
From the outside.
But it had the hole in it.
And you're claiming that it had a paper clip, so that's what assisted you in doing it.
No.
Is what you told us.
When I had my sweatshirt, I said I thought it had a paper clip on it. It's got...
But the zipper part is broken.
Yes, which is why we were going to zip it.
Yeah.
I just...
You were able to unzip it from the outside very easily, because that's the way they're designed.
But you could on the inside, too. I don't know how...
So why wouldn't he have gotten himself out if he could?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if you saw, like, where the hole was. I don't know.
I didn't see a hole.
No one
I didn't
sees
see
the
no
hole.
fingers
You're the
sticking
only
out.
one that's what I'm saying. Like, he's in one position, and where his head would be, we should be able to see fingers.
Yeah.
And then when it's flipped over onto this right side, again, his head is closer to us facing the video, so we should be able to see fingers, and we don't see anything. We see no movement of him trying to unzip it or physically unzipping it. All we see is pushing up, trying to push out of it.
Please do not assume.
I'm not assuming. I haven't assumed anything. I follow evidence.
But my intention was not, again, oh, good, I got him in there. Now I'm just going to go to sleep.
What do you think someone that knows nothing about this or hears just a little bit like, oh, they were playing around in a suitcase.
She's been drinking.
I think I think there's a trial because she is like this, you know. She can do no wrong. She, you know, I feel like she's the type that she's, you know, telling herself she's innocent so much that she's actually believing it.
And then
probably went to sleep. That's what happened.
And I don't think she would deny the attention that a trial would bring, because she clearly needs to have attention. Gross.
But you let him out before. I mean, you put him in, so why didn't you take him out?
Because I was upstairs and I fell asleep.
No, before you went upstairs.
Wow.
You, like, consciously had to walk upstairs. I mean, you obviously remember going to bed because you were able to give me a time frame on that. And you specifically told me that you went upstairs.
My intention is not for this to happen. I am sick about it.
You look
I've
real
never done anything like this before in the past. I am sick. Especially with that. I thought I couldn't sleep last night. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. You tell us the last night, you vividly remember this when you told us last night, that he was laughing, you were laughing, you put him in the suitcase, he has 2 fingers sticking out, and you go to bed. Now we see something totally different, and it actually shows you upset and, again, using derogatory terms to him when he's begging for his life to get out of that suitcase.
Yeah. So
what
but my thing
you
is
say we're assuming, we're not assuming, we're telling you what's on there.
So it just happened to be that whenever I was videotaping or doing whatever else it was, just happened to not have that in it.
Okay. And you also, in the video, you can't see any holes. There's nowhere in that where the zipper separates and you can see a hole. If there's a hole, he's pushing on it, begging you to get out. We should probably see that hole that
He
you're
essentially
talking
would have
about.
been able to get out.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
Based off what you're telling us, he should have been able to get out.
Okay.
But the video shows him attempting to get out, begging to get out, and he can't. So that's just what we're trying to figure out. I don't know if maybe you had too much to drink, you zipped it up all the way, and then,
exactly,
I did not zip it up.
Carlotta, because apparently that's worked her whole life. Apparently she's been able to talk herself out of everything. Although I don't know how, because she's really bad at it.
All the way.
Yes, Irma.
I did not zip it up all the way. This is horrific, okay? Horrific.
It is terrible.
Yeah,
horrific. I don't think I'll ever be right because of this. Ever be right. Dealing with everything else that I have in my life.
For you.
Personally. And then this.
Okay.
Whom I loved. It was not intentional.
Morning, cats.
I will put my hand on the Bible. It was not intentional. I would not do that to him nor anyone else.
But you did.
Not intentional.
You intentionally went up to bed.
I didn't intentionally go to bed because I'm thinking, okay, good, he can get out.
How did you not intentionally go to bed? You said you went upstairs and got into bed. That's intentionally going to bed.
Waiting for him.
And he doesn't come, but you don't go down to check on him.
So I happen to go to sleep. When I say go to sleep,
and what do you normally do when you go to bed?
Not one that I have seen, Shauna. Even on the body cam footage of the officers that came to the house when 911 was called, she tries to make herself cry, but it didn't work.
What do you normally do when you go to bed?
What do you mean?
What is a bed for? Going to sleep.
Right.
So you go to
bed
to do what?
But obviously you can tell too that, like, I've been drinking
You go to
also.
bed to do what? Okay. You kept telling us, hey, I wasn't intoxicated. I wasn't this. I wasn't that.
Being drunk and intoxicated, which, yes, you can tell that I had been drinking, but...
Okay. So if you weren't intoxicated, then why would you ever leave somebody in a suitcase that's begging to get out, that's telling you they can't breathe?
If I weren't...
Yeah, she wants to use the intoxicated if it's going to help her, but if it's not going to help her, then she wasn't drunk.
If I hadn't been drinking, you still think it would be the same thing? Where it's like, hop in, I'm going to go to sleep. Is that what you all are trying to do? To portray me as?
We're not trying to do anything. I'm simply asking you to explain to me what happened.
Everything was fine and dandy.
I wouldn't call it fine and dandy.
Was fine and dandy.
Explain
You all don't... Okay, for me to tell you this, again, mind you, I've been without him for a day now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
want to
know.
See it.
I mean, I don't know what you all want me to tell you because this was not in any way, shape, or form Hand on the Bible, intentional.
Okay. So you just left
I
him there to
didn't kill
teach
him.
You left him there to teach him a lesson?
I didn't mean to leave him there. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I think
You got up and walked away. How is that not intentionally leaving him there?
Because I'm looking at the hole, knowing that it's there. He'll get out no problem. Because you don't.
And then he doesn't, but you don't go check on him. You say you're up for 30 minutes, and he doesn't come up. You don't go down and check on him?
I'm in the bed.
You even move.
And off.
You admit to moving the suitcase like over. So
You roll it.
You roll it over. Like it's not like
I didn't want it to be like that.
I just pictured you sitting in a seat in a classroom, jumping up and down with your hand up.
Don't.
You didn't want him to be upside down. How do you even get upside down?
Right. You guys are killing me right now.
I just want you to hear.
That's how he talks to me most of the time. I don't know how you want me to say it.
I'm just trying to figure out what you would expect to happen to somebody when you leave them in a suitcase.
I didn't mean to leave him in there.
Okay.
What's your reasoning for not calling 911 sooner?
Because I didn't know what to do and how horrific it was. I called Ryan, and 5 minutes later I called you guys? Not even 5 minutes. Nonetheless, that I had to I was trying to do CPR. I had to get him out and try to do CPR, and then called you guys. And then was continually doing CPR with the dispatch on the phone, where he had me count out loud to help me focus on what I was doing.
It just, I don't know how, I mean, you can sit here all day long and say, I thought he was going to get himself out, but he didn't, and you went upstairs, and you stayed there for 30 minutes before you fell asleep.
But can I say, too,
you chose not to ever at any point during that 30 minutes walk back down.
And in the beginning of the video that she took of him in the suitcase, in the beginning, she's laughing. She's laughing and taunting him, and she's like, yeah, now you know how it felt when I don't remember what she said, when he did something to her or whatever. But yeah, she's laughing and giggling and getting a kick out of it in the beginning of her own video.
And check on him.
No, wait 1 second, because I know, with you all, and then, because you continually ask me, time frames, where I told you, I don't bother even looking at the clock most of the time. So it's a guesstimate. So for all I know, maybe it was 10 minutes.
Okay. But the point is, you left the living room where he was begging for help and went upstairs. Regardless of how long you were there, you left. You say,
I thought he was the boy calling wolf. Again.
Okay.
So when he asked to be let out, what's your reasoning for not letting him out?
When I was upstairs?
No, when he's asking on the video. He asked multiple times. He asked to be let out. I can't breathe. Why didn't you let him out?
Well, number one, I had no idea it was going to end like that.
Okay.
Number one.
Okay.
Number two, just,
okay, Star, have
I'll
a
give
good
you 5 minutes
Wednesday.
or so in there. They'll give you 5 minutes or so.
5 minutes for what?
Well, based off the video, one video is at 11:12 and the next one's at 11:23, so you actually gave him at least 11 minutes per video recording. So my thing is, when it stopped, he asked multiple times, I mean, why? Why did you not let him out? It's just a simple question.
To be honest with you, I
don't know.
Were you punishing him?
No. Just.
Well, that's what you're saying in the video.
This is what you get. This is what you make me feel like.
See, and then it's all backfired on me. It's all backfired on me. And I understand the severity of this.
He's dead.
It's awful, I know.
Okay.
Wow.
It's awful. And I will tell you both this right now, too. I will never drink alcohol again.
You won't be drinking alcohol ever again because you're going to be behind bars, dummy.
Okay.
Like, I will never drink alcohol again. I don't care what it is in any way, shape, or form.
But let's get back to this. What was the reason for leaving him when he's begging to be let out? I don't understand that.
What I have a feeling was, and again, it's the whole time frame thing.
I'm not asking a time frame. I don't care about a time frame. He's in the bag saying, I can't breathe.
My God.
And you say, fuck you.
For the whole few minutes that he was in there,
minimum 11, but yes, go ahead. It's a few. 11, minimum.
For the one video.
Well, in between the two videos.
Between the two
minutes.
videos? Okay.
Yeah.
So what was the question again?
When he's begging for his life, telling you he can't breathe, let me out, and you say, fuck you, why don't you just let him out? What are you trying to prove to him?
Yeah, GC.
There was obviously something in your head that you were thinking of when he was asking to let you...
We all were thinking the exact same way. It's like she just thinks that she's like gonna, wear them down. They, this is what they do for a living, and she thinks that she's gonna wear them down and just walk out of there and go home.
Be let out, and you're like,
again, it's the boy calling wolf.
Okay, but where does this game end? You say this is a game. You got
obviously
in there.
The wrong way.
So what was your intention for leaving him in there?
And it's not fair. It is not fair. You guys are trying to, again, he's in there. Night, night.
That's what happened.
No.
That's absolutely what happened.
Intentionally.
How's it not? You got up off the couch, walked up a flight of stairs, and got in your bed.
Thinking he was going to get out.
And he didn't, and you still didn't go down and check
on him. And it's the whole 30-minute thing that you guys are trying to do.
I don't care about 30
whatever.
minutes.
It's like, for all I know, it's 10 minutes.
He's begging for his life, telling you he can't breathe.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. I don't. I didn't intentionally mean for this to happen.
But you can't tell us why you left him in there and went upstairs. That's my only
They probably watch Cobes.
So my thing is, though, it's what I have a feeling is I went upstairs and just hit the bed kind of thing. But, again, I'm thinking he'll be up here any minute. But then I go out.
Well, my question is, why didn't you just let him out prior to going up?
I don't know why.
He's begging to be let out. He's not laughing. He's not having fun.
Guys,
you said
this
was supposed to be fun. You were laughing before. Before you said he was laughing, you were laughing, you went upstairs, he had his fingers out of the bag, and he was playing. Well, obviously that's not the case.
So are you guys, so what is it you're trying to,
We're just trying to figure out why.
Why? What?
Why? What was the motivation for leaving him in the bag?
Why he was left in the bag. Why the video.
I didn't have any motivation. It was he and I having a great day, fooling around and being stupid, and apparently me going upstairs and hitting the bed, not going to sleep, where it's like, I'm tired now, I'm going to go to sleep.
Well, that's excluding, that's a good analogy for the day, excluding the fact that he's got a bump on the back of his head, a bump on the front of his head, and his lip is busted, and he has a bump on his eye.
I don't know what you all want me to tell you. This is not fair at all.
Yes.
That you all are assuming that that's from me.
Where else did it come from?
If you were, say it's opposite, you were in the suitcase and you're asking to be let out, would you hope that that person would let you out? You're asking to be let out of a suitcase, should they not let you out?
Eventually. I'm guessing. I'm blaming it on the wine.
Blaming it on the wine.
So you guys are assuming that.
You keep saying we're assuming. Well, we're not. We haven't assumed anything.
But you guys are assuming that that's what I did.
No. By what the facts of what happened. We got there. You said you pulled him out of a suitcase. You said you went up. You went to bed. We're not assuming that. These are the facts that you're telling us.
But
now
what you said is I'm tired. Oh, I'm tired.
Well, that's what you told me on a sworn recorded statement yesterday. Because when I said, you went upstairs and passed out, you were like, no, I did not pass out. You got attitude with me because you thought I was assuming that you were drunk. So that's an assumption. That was an assumption when I said you passed out. And guess what? You corrected me.
You were very adamant about the fact that both of you had your wits about you. What's your favorite word to use?
Compass mentis.
You've used it today too, to say that you guys were within your wits. There's two empty bottles of wine.
No, but we didn't drink both of them.
I think you did.
We didn't.
There's receipts for the
They were
same
both
exact day.
purchased yesterday, so I don't know how you didn't, because they weren't there the day before.
So one
There's
was.
2 Publix receipts from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing purchased on either one was a single bottle of wine, 2 of them. So we have each bottle of wine that was empty in your garbage can that you purchased yesterday, or he purchased, but you two would have consumed together.
Okay, well, I
mean, there's receipts, so it's not even worth the going back.
So this is...
She just said receipts.
So I don't know what you guys are... I don't know.
We were just hoping that we could figure out why you...
What was the motivation?
There was no motivation.
Wow.
But we're watching a video that, after talking to you, everything was laughing and fun. Now we're watching a video where it's not laughing and fun. He's begging for his life, and you are in a very angry voice telling him to fuck off.
No.
Yes, that's absolutely what it was. It's not an assumption. The video's there. We played it for you.
So
you literally played it for her. It's on tape. They have it right there. And she still thinks that she's going to convince them that's not how it was.
You guys think that I intentionally...
You did. You got up off the couch and walked up the couch, or walked up the stairs and got into bed. That was intentional. There's no way getting around that.
That just struck me as so funny, Juicer, her saying receipts instead of evidence.
Intentionally did that. Nobody drug you up there. You didn't float up the damn stairs.
Okay, well, it's not...
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Not fair. It's not fair that you guys keep trying to say that that's what I did.
I don't know what to tell you.
You told us that. You didn't go upstairs?
Again, there was a hole in a suitcase. I unzipped it from the hole with one finger.
Well, the damn hole didn't do him no good, did it?
But he could push it open.
No, he
Did
couldn't. The video
No.
shows him pushing up.
And
If he could push it open, why wouldn't he have gotten out himself? Why would he beg you to open it?
And tell you he can't breathe.
Okay.
If someone can do something for themselves, they're going to do it. They don't need assistance, unless they need assistance.
So, but why would he start doing it?
Because he couldn't, because it was all the way zipped.
Okay.
Didn't see it.
It wasn't. I intentionally didn't do it. That I intentionally did not do.
What's that? You didn't intentionally do what?
Zip it all the way. He nor I.
Well, he's dead as a result
laid
of your
hands
action.
on each other.
He is dead as a result of
I
your
understand
action.
that. That's why
You two didn't lay hands on each
Yes,
other.
Juicer, this is Florida.
No. I don't have anything.
You're right.
He doesn't. Whatever that is, whatever it is.
He does.
See, this is what happens. It's not fair that you guys, just because he has those, automatically blame it on me. Like,
Well,
Where
what
else
about
did he
when
go?
you had your injuries and he gets arrested? Is that not fair?
really? Like,
It's
really?
the exact
Yes.
same thing.
Really?
He has injuries. You have injuries. Like, what does that mean?
I don't have any injuries.
Correct.
Because
So
he
nothing
and I
happened to
have
you.
not been at it with one another.
So every time that you guys fight, you both hit each other? So you should have probably
No.
gone to jail all those times that he went to jail
No.
for domestic?
Well, the one time I did. But he completely trashed the police report. Because that's nothing what happened. Because the reason why I got taken in was because my story was different than his. So I'm being portrayed as like this abuser.
We're not saying that he doesn't abuse you.
Absolutely.
We're not saying.
So I'm the one that's being portrayed as the abuser.
Because
I have never dealt with anything like this before. I don't know what to do, how to do it, and I always know what to do and how to do it.
I always know how to get out of my messes.
This, I don't know. So I don't know, like, what's going on or, like...
We are simply trying to find out as well. Again, we got one side of the story. You're telling us we're going with what you're saying, but then we find stuff that negates what you're telling us.
And I don't even remember doing that.
Okay. You're telling us that we're assuming stuff, but what we're simply doing is telling you what we saw in the video and repeating what you told us.
I understand. Because I don't remember that.
Okay. Doesn't mean it didn't happen just because you don't remember it.
So is the texting thing something about me? Like, what's...
The what? Texting? Oh, no.
Hey, Carlotta, apparently it's not deterring people from moving there, so I think y'all are good.
You guys are scaring me, so, like, I don't know, like, what to expect. I mean, I had questions of things that need to be taken care of. Like, I don't...
What are your questions?
You guys, Sarah is disturbed. Yeah, in more ways than one, lady.
I have one last question. I mean, you realize you're the person that killed him, right?
I thought about that.
Okay, you left him in a bag when he's begging you, saying, I can't breathe, let me out, and you said, fuck you. And you got up off the couch and went upstairs and left him in that bag.
Not intentionally.
Again.
I would never do that to George.
You did.
Not intentionally. Know that.
I don't.
Know that.
You got up and you went up to bed.
Alcohol is a shitty thing. It's alcohol. Not, again,
the reason that you killed him?
It's a shitty thing, and that's why I do it every day.
You all?
Please sit down.
Listen to me.
Please sit down.
You all, listen.
Guys, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to put the bee right back up. I got to use the potty and grab some more coffee.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Empty hearts and neon lights. They're playing with my mind. Gotta get out of here tonight. Oh, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone. Just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver. No more heartbreaks, tears, painkillers. Take me somewhere unfamiliar. Bring me back to where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. Get me out of now. To where we started out. La 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 la. Oh. Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights. Turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I'll tell myself it's fine to be alone.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat.
I'm back.
Did not intentionally kill him.
So your intention.
I don't know what it is I need to
punish
do
him?
or how to do it or what to say or how to say it.
But what was your intention?
Everyone knows. Everyone knows everything that I've done for George and love him and continuously helped him throughout his life with me and made him a happier, better person.
And everybody has their limits.
Everyone knows that.
Everybody has their limits.
So it's like, okay, so while we're in a good place right now, I'm going to snap? Is that what it, while we're in a good place right now?
You did. Yes, absolutely. I got you on video screaming, fuck you.
This is what it feels like when you're choking me. This is what it feels like.
Which was however long ago.
You said
The
it.
video was from last night.
Clearly,
So it wasn't that,
inside you.
yeah.
There's still feelings towards it. You wouldn't say it if you didn't feel it.
But I would never do that.
But it happened, and you did.
But that's after being playful.
But no one's
And
laughing.
having a good day.
No one's laughing except you.
Everybody's
I would hate to see
having
a
a
bad
good day. Oh, I'm sorry?
I would hate to see a bad day.
Y'all are making me out to be a person that I'm not.
A murderer?
Or will I ever be.
Or are you a different person when you're drunk?
People have different personalities after they consume alcohol.
It depends. Well...
Because you're sober now, so sober you.
Nice
Well, what
person,
about drunk
easy
you?
going.
Not... It's both of us. It's both of us. And it's not fair that you all are assuming that the marks that he has on him are from me.
We asked you where they came from.
I have no idea.
Well, nobody else was there, so nobody else was
I have no idea. I swear I did not lay a hand on him.
Okay. You just zipped them in the bag.
Nor he.
You just zipped them in the bag. And then you flipped the bag around several times.
I didn't do that intentionally.
You didn't intentionally flip the bag around?
No. Why would I do that?
Well, you
Good
told us
question,
you
you
did.
did.
When he was upside down.
Right.
Well, you had to put him upside down.
You can't get in a suitcase upside
Yeah.
down because the...
Oh my
What,
gosh.
you put the
See,
stuff
and that's
in
the
where his
unfortunate
body was?
That's the unfortunate thing,
Was
too,
upside
is
down.
nobody else was there. That's
We
the
have a
unfortunate
video
thing.
showing the suitcase in several different positions. So it shows, one, like she just said.
If it's got cameras, yes, Juicer. We've been trying to find if there are cameras, and I have not found any sites that are telling us there are. But I did find an article where she makes a comment about trial and all the cameras being in there. So it may be. I think that it's supposed to be, but I'm not positive. We can't find it.
It had to been on its back with the lid open for him to get in there, for you to zip it up. Then it shows it on the other side with him in it, so you had to flip it to there. Then there's another video where it's on his back again, so you had to flip it to
I'm
there.
leaving it like this, please. I'm leaving it like this. I did not intentionally do this. No malicious content or effort was towards this. No malicious.
I would
I'm
say
pointing
this
at the
does
video.
help you sleep, but you're not sleeping, so...
I mean,
Oh, I thought you said what country, and I was like, Carlotta, did you wake and bake? County. Let me look. Winter Park, Florida.
Last night, I maybe got an hour.
Right.
in your voice, you can hear the maliciousness.
That's why Last Nerve. That's why I wanted us to watch, like, you know, the body cam footage and the interrogation and everything. I thought that way we'll all be, you know, caught up for when the trial starts.
Fuck you is very, very...
You don't talk to people like that. That's not like a common, like,
Nope.
hey, Scott, fuck you.
Thank
That's
you.
not common. It's not something people do. And no one that sees that is going to think that.
Okay.
So we were trying to give you an opportunity, and it is what it is.
There's no maliciousness towards that.
So I would probably be telling myself that too after that video.
My intent was not for that to happen.
But you went upstairs and went to bed. Or maybe you passed out, I don't know.
Waiting for him. And the whole time frame thing, it's like,
regardless,
that's not really fair.
Regardless, waiting for him, it's not like you walked up the stairs. You can't. We're trying to give you an opportunity, and it is what it is.
There's no maliciousness towards that.
So I would probably be telling myself that too after that video.
My intent was not for that to happen.
But you went upstairs and went to bed. Or maybe you passed out, I don't know.
Waiting for him. And the whole time frame thing, it's like, regardless, that's not really fair.
Regardless, waiting for him, it's not like you walked up the stairs. You can't fly up the stairs. No one can take you up the stairs.
Okay.
You go up the stairs, you lay in the bed, and you wait for him. Who cares if it's 5 minutes? Who cares if it's 30 freaking seconds? He's begging for his life. He's begging to get out. You go upstairs.
You leave him.
It doesn't matter. So get the time frame out of your mind.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because there's this. So it doesn't matter anything what it is I say. So it makes no difference whatsoever.
It's just you're lying and like you're now changing
Who's
your
lying
story.
about what?
You're now you were drunk.
Oh, I never said that I was drunk.
Exactly, but you did here today. That's okay.
You said earlier.
Everything recorded.
Alcohol.
You blamed it on the alcohol.
You blamed it on the alcohol. Alcohol does a lot to people.
Yes, but I never said I was drunk.
Okay.
You did.
So you did this. You did this sober. You knowingly left him down there sober.
I have already told both of you also that we were both drinking.
Right.
Okay.
But you want to admit that you were drunk? Is that?
I'm telling you all both. This has changed my life. I will take this.
You want to go, Carlotta?
I don't know.
Yeah. That's a true statement.
Absolutely. But you're trying to dance around the fact that you
but what are you?
leave
Okay,
him there.
just.
You left him in there. You're trying to dance around the fact that you left him in there.
This is not.
You didn't leave him in there?
It's not cool. Like, this is not cool.
It's not cool.
That is.
He's dead. It's
but
not
you
cool.
think that I did that intentionally.
Guys, this isn't cool. I always get out of everything I mess up. This isn't cool.
You think that I did that intentionally.
You intentionally left him in there and left the room. You went upstairs to a different room.
You intentionally did that.
You did.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking he's going to get out.
Okay, and he didn't.
Obviously not.
When somebody's begging for their,
Right.
saying, I
But
can't
when you
breathe.
say that, though, but you have to, y'all
Please
don't,
let me out. I can't
y'all
breathe.
don't know George, though. Like, that, again, I thought it was the boy crying wolf. So it's just like, what?
Oh, so if your son was in there and said, I can't breathe, are you going to open it, or is he 9, so he's not,
Really?
It's not a big deal. I'm just valid
Really?
question.
Oh, you said you would never put your son in a suitcase. You would only put George in there.
No, George got in a suitcase.
And you zipped it up.
Not all the way and not intentionally to leave him there.
But that's what happened.
Right, Lilith.
You keep going away from it.
I don't know.
That's exactly what happened. You went up to bed, woke up the next day.
I don't know how else I can defend myself to get out of this right now.
Trying to have me admit that? Like, are you trying to have me admit that? Because I will never admit it because it's not true. It's not true.
I'm basically stating as a fact because that's what happened.
Okay.
You videotaped him asking to be let out.
I believe
You go
one
upstairs.
boy.
So what, guys? So what? Like, just, I don't know what you want me to say other than it was not out of maliciousness or intentional. I don't know what or how I can say it. I love George. Love him. To this day still.
Morning, Nick.
Love him.
Love makes you do crazy things.
It's not one of those things where it's like, oh gosh, you know what, I've done enough for you at this point. I never gave up on him.
Okay.
Why I'm here today, I'm still not giving up on him. I would do anything for him.
Well, you gave up checking up on him. So.
Wouldn't let him out of a suitcase.
Oh, gosh.
That female cop.
We're simply just trying to go through. I mean, again, you gave us a completely different story that you churched up to. This was such a laughing matter.
It was fun.
Not by that
all
video.
day.
Not by that video. That
all
part
day.
wasn't. Anybody looking at it doesn't. I don't think anybody would look at that video and go, George is having fun right now.
So why is it you all think that y'all don't know me, you don't know me.
Nope.
Would do something like that, especially having a 9-year-old son.
Lady, they literally watched you do it. You filmed it, you psycho.
I don't know.
Like why?
9-year-old son would be.
Like
why are you so like caught on what we think?
Yeah.
When
because
you should be more concerned about what you've told us.
It's because like you guys are like trying
the things that the video shows that are opposite of what you told us, and then what you've now.
Like
told
what
us
is opposite?
today. Well, you said that it was funny, and you're the only one laughing.
We were playing before that.
Okay.
But then it stops.
Yeah.
It obviously stops being fun.
Well,
because you're screaming at him, he's begging to get out.
Screaming at him.
Sounds like screaming to me.
I don't know what you all want me to tell you. In no way, shape, or form was this intentional. At all. Ever.
Okay, Juicer, shoot.
Are you still going to allow us to do your fingernails?
Go for it.
Go for it? Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to get that set up. Do you need any more water?
No, but when you come back, can I ask about this?
Yeah.
So what?
Just don't understand.
So it was.
I don't understand how your story changes so much to the
How
fact
is it changing? Please help me explain. Understand.
I don't know where she airs. I've tried to find that too, Carlotta. Because on YouTube there's a Nancy Grace channel, but they only put clips. They don't. It's not her whole show.
A playful thing, and you guys were laughing, and it probably was for a few minutes. But then it obviously changes. The whole demeanor of this whole situation completely changes. It's not the funny, laughing matter. He's not laughing at all.
Juicer. I like both of them. I'm going to go Zellweger.
I didn't think he was being serious.
You absolutely sound serious.
I didn't think so. Like, just...
You don't think your voice... You sounded serious?
It's... Okay. I don't know what you want me to tell you. It was a great day.
Okay.
It didn't end well.
It makes you pay for the whole show. So is it like memberships or what? I don't know, but I loved her. I got hooked on Nancy Grace during Casey Anthony.
Obviously.
I was going to say, that's, I mean...
I can't explain to you how horrific it was to find him. Horrific. Because I don't remember taking those videos.
Okay.
How horrific. I'm thinking he's in the bathroom. I'm thinking he's downstairs in the laptop. I can't find him. So what's going to happen? Like,
here's what gets me, though, is you don't remember taking videos, you don't know where he is, you don't remember him being in the suitcase, and you're still telling me that you had your wits about you. How does somebody have their wits about him when...
See, that's the thing, too. But you can clearly tell that I had been drinking some. You can clearly tell.
I had several people that came up to me in that apartment complex said that you were drunk on a daily basis. And you were screaming at him regularly.
Right.
Really?
Right. Talk to the property manager. Talk to the property manager.
Okay.
Because it's not...
These are your neighbors, the one that live next to you. Your property manager does not live next to you. They see you every day. How many? You had two neighbors you went to and asked to go use the restroom.
See, that is just not fair.
No, hold on. You had two different neighbors that lived directly next to you. You asked to use the restroom, and they told you no and turned you away. You had to go across the way to somebody else.
No, okay. Kim and Kim is not a nice person.
Okay.
She's just automatically not nice. Even after me and Lucas went over there and introduced ourselves, she's just not a nice person.
Then why would you think she would let you use a restroom?
Because Eli was in there. Eli comes over and talks to us sometimes, which I think pisses Kim off because he comes over and talks to us. The two of them, they're like super standoffish all the time. My neighbors down the street, down the way, their toilet was broken. They had stuff in the bathroom. So then they're like, go over there and try over there.
There's two bathrooms.
It's not fair that they're asking her questions when somebody's life is gone.
I wouldn't let somebody go upstairs and use my personal bathroom. That's what the downstairs one is for.
If it's somebody you like, would you? Or somebody you knew?
They're in the process of doing all this stuff in the kitchen, and there's stuff in the bathroom, and the toilet doesn't work. Just walk across the way. No problem. And of course they let me in. Them and them, they're together. They're families. And nonetheless, if you really want to know, and I hope it doesn't get them in trouble, but he is over here illegally. So he's trying to work on getting his green card.
Not her trying to put sketchiness on somebody else to get her out of trouble. What did she think that was going to accomplish? He's a criminal. He's a criminal too.
He's in the restroom.
They didn't want to be involved.
Should I use yours? You gotta use yours.
No, I was asking last night because, we had several different people in the neighborhood come up saying
Eli and
she
Kim.
was drunk on a regular basis.
Eli and Kim. Okay. Did you ask Vinny next door?
Those are the ones next door that she asked to use the restroom, and they said no.
No, she said no.
Okay.
And like I said, she's not a nice person.
They're coming. What are your questions?
Yep.
I can help you with.
Who's coming?
To do the fingernails.
Yeah, you said that we could.
And you don't have to allow us to do it, just so you know. So don't think that it's...
I don't have a problem.
Okay. Just make sure.
Why do people do that?
So, am I getting my phone back?
No.
Not today.
What about Lucas's laptop?
No.
Not today.
Gosh.
What does that mean?
We're still going through everything.
Oh, that's fine.
You're the one just telling us there's videos that we need to see on it, so we need to do our due diligence that we go through everything.
See, and that backfires on me now, too, because now you all think that I had even more, in quotes, intent to do what I did to him, which was not intentional.
What's that?
Is that correct?
She's asking about your tag in your hand.
No, but I'm asking if that's correct.
No, I'm not going to agree to anything that you're saying. I'm not, that you're...
So, his probation officer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you all inform her, or do I need to call her?
We don't have to inform her, so if you would like to call her, you can. Are you saying because he's still on probation?
No, but because of the nice lady that she is and all that she's done for him, I didn't know how it was.
Legally, we just have to tell his parents, and we don't go telling.
Everybody else?
I didn't even know who his probation officer was, so no, I wouldn't go tell.
So the same thing for classes. I need to do that too.
Classes? You need to do what?
Substance abuse class and his batterer's intervention.
Yeah,
something else I was just getting ready to ask. So, other than this, so initially, what was the cause of death?
She is still pending because she wants to hold the body for an additional day to see if more of those bruises turn into something bigger. And she's doing some other tests that she's got to do. So she's pending it for now.
So, and that couldn't have been because of him being in the suitcase? Or y'all are saying that I physically did it?
That's what she's determining.
So
the ones on the head, I asked her, could that have been from the suitcase, and she said she didn't think so.
I didn't touch him, nor did he touch me.
Okay.
I'm leaving it at that.
Okay.
Good morning, Arrow.
So I don't know if you all know how to do this because so that's what I was going to get ready to ask you. So are you all updating his parents today or when you get final whatevers?
What does it matter? Why? What we tell his parents? What do you mean?
Because
we're gonna talk with them.
Yeah.
Okay,
I have to.
But it's going to come down to me.
What do you mean?
Like, so it's being put on me.
Who said that?
But I'm not, so what is it you would tell them?
We're going to give them an update, just like we gave you an update on their autopsy.
Okay, so it's whatever
Well,
bruise, scratch,
here's the thing.
whatever on the head.
We had to deliver news to them last night that their son was dead. There's not a whole lot of conversation that goes on after that. It's not a very easy thing to do.
Was it yesterday or Sunday? Sunday. Today's Tuesday, right?
Did we not meet you yesterday? We met you yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm just asking. Right? Did we not meet yesterday?
It's a valid question.
Really? Yes, on Monday.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Perfect.
So I don't know if I ask you guys or how I find this out other than talking to his parents, which is not going to happen.
Yeah, probably a terrible idea.
I wonder how many hours
How do you guys
it shows on the autopsy, like, or whatever, how many hours he was in there.
Finding out about funeral?
Because, like, if he, because she said she went to bed at midnight. So if it was Sunday night and she went to bed at midnight, then, you know, it was in the morning when she found him or whatever. So that would make sense why she would act, you know, confused between Sunday and Monday, because maybe he passed before midnight.
That's been probably talked about between the family. That's not something we ask. We have no way of...
I didn't know, that's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
So...
It'll be up to them to make their arrangements of what they want to do. Like she just told you this quick, just being told last night, I'll pretty much be willing to wager that they have not even considered what they're going to do.
His body can't even be released,
No.
so...
I've been there with parents, grandparents, aunt and uncles. So I don't know if I have the right to or not, but like I was going to call his former employees whom he really cared for and let them know.
You can call whoever you want.
I just don't want to do something that I'm not supposed to. How do I go about getting his wedding ring, engagement ring?
It's at the medical examiner's office. It'll come to us eventually, and then
It'll be released to
to
the next of kin.
Yeah, okay.
I bought it for him.
Okay.
That is a civil issue. It was on his finger, it goes to them, they're the ones that are going to release it. We don't have any say in that.
So I won't get that back.
Wow. You know she wants to pawn it.
So for all of this, like how do I find out what's what, how many, like what's been found?
What do you mean?
Pillow with stain, swabs of stain from pillow, suitcase.
That will all be sent off to
FDLE.
FDLE, Florida Department of Law Enforcement. They do their testing.
So, and then like whatever white can with blood and necktie with blood was from the suitcase.
Correct.
Why would you guys, oh, you'll see it in there, the baseball bat for Lucas. And the receipts. And this is just his phone, my phone, and then the laptop.
Yeah, when anything can be released, we will release it, but we are very early in this investigation, and it's not an overnight process, unfortunately.
So, what's next?
They're going to come and swab your fingers.
No, I'm talking about, like, in the long run. Like, what do I need to, like, do I need to be doing something, or, like...
I can't tell you, like, what to do.
I mean, like, so, like, for... Like, I don't understand, like, I don't know if you guys are just gonna, like... Because it makes it sound like, to me, like, I'm being accused of something that was not intentional. I'm being accused of it.
Mm-hmm.
And a handful of other things that I'm being accused of.
Okay.
So I don't want to be at home with Lucas and you guys show up.
Okay.
I understand that.
He must have been
So,
really blitzed to agree to get in the dang suitcase.
I don't know what you want me to tell you.
So is there going to be concrete whatever it is, and then it's like, okay, this is what it is kind of thing? Or like, because I've done the whole court thing. I've done the whole attorney thing. I've done whatever. So if I'm not admitting anything about being intentional and I killed George.
Okay.
That's not the situation, but it's trying to be pinned on me.
Okay.
That was not my intent. But it's trying to be pinned on me. So however or whatever it is I need to do in order for that to be proven, then I need to do so, which is why I'm trying to get my ducks in a row.
Okay.
So that's why I'm asking what the next step is other than me getting my nails swabbed.
I mean, you want me to tell you how to not be accused of a crime? Is that what you're asking? Like, I don't know what you
I'm
want.
trying to prepare myself for whatever may need to be done so I can, I guess,
wouldn't-
stick up for myself.
I mean, I think you're doing just fine. You came, you talked.
I just don't want you guys to, again, show up and Lucas is in the house.
So she...
Well, we did tell you yesterday that we don't want to do anything around your son, hence why you came to us. So I don't know why you think that's going to change.
That and or me not just show up back home.
I'm sorry, what? That or what?
Me just not show up back home. That's what, oh, he's so happy that I'm staying over at the house with Brian. Like, so happy. And I'm not going back to the house, to my house, for however long I can stay over here because of whatever to blow over.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Juicer, like, that's such a good thing that the woman cop is in there, because I feel like men can't argue with women like women can argue with women.
And again, if you don't mind me asking, so for whatever it is you all are claiming from the videos, which, yeah, is that what you're going to tell him? Like, his parents? It's like, oh, yeah, and by the way, she did.
Why is she so concerned?
I mean, what would you tell?
Why is she so concerned with what his parents think? I mean, and she's more concerned about what his parents think about her than what they're going through with losing their son. Whoa.
I don't think it really matters what we're going to tell the parents.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's fuel to the fire.
Well, we can't hide things. And
Lady Starfire, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
I don't know. I'm not saying we're going to go. I'm not saying that we're going to go and tell them every single thing we have. But, again, this is the Orange County Sheriff's Office, that's public record, so eventually, like, this all will come out.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm not, you're making it sound like we're going to tell them something, so then your life is in danger, and I don't like that accusation.
No.
So, let's just nip that in the butt right now.
Well, that's what's going to happen.
I cannot...
What are we going to tell them?
But we can't even, so technically there's no concrete report yet, even.
Right, so
it's,
you want me to, like, tell you exactly what I'm going to tell them. I don't know what I'm going to tell them. I don't know what I'm going to tell them. Let's just leave it at that. Just like you don't know why you went upstairs. I don't know what I'm going to tell them.
So,
Parents that are dealing with
can I call you the way that I did last time?
Yeah, my phone is an open line. Missy should be there. I don't know what's taking so long.
Me too, Irma.
I get it. Look, I get it. That looks really bad.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what scares me. Like, what do I need to plan on? Like, what do I need to plan on? I promise you, on my son's life, it was not intentional. I promise you, on Lucas's life, it was not intentional.
I don't know you. I can't say I know anything about you. I don't know what would be a true statement, what would not. I mean, you're promising on your son's life, that's fine.
That's how much it means.
Sorry.
That's how much it, look, that's how much it means.
Okay.
I hope you take that to heart. Please.
And it's documented that you said that, yeah.
Right,
I
Arrow.
get it.
She is shocked to heck that she hasn't gotten out of it yet. She obviously is able to usually wear people down. I don't think she's good at lying her way around things, but she's very determined. So I can see her wearing people down to, the point where people just agree to whatever just to get her off their back.
Do you have any idea when I can get my phone back?
No telling.
What do you say?
I just said no telling. I mean, our digital forensics unit is got a lot of cases on their plate. I mean.
Well, and that's not
Just
technically
as
my
one.
laptop, it's Lucas's laptop.
Okay.
But he plays, you'll see all the games that he has on there.
As soon as we can get that back to Lucas, we will. As soon as we can release your phone, we will. But we have no way of being able to tell you because we don't have control over their caseload and how they arrange what they do. So I don't know. And at this point, I think, honestly, with everything else that's going on, that should probably be at the bottom of your list of worries.
I'm trying to make Lucas happy so he can have his laptop back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does Brian not have a laptop for him?
He has his laptop that he has to do for work.
Lady, you clearly do not think of anybody before you think of yourself. This has nothing to do with your poor child.
But he doesn't want him using it or breaking or dropping. It's not a big deal. There's nothing on the laptop anyway. So you will keep me posted, like updated.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing, is I'm trying to figure out what I need to do in the meantime.
I don't know, I can't, I don't know what to tell you, though. What?
But you all have more information than I do, where it's like, yeah, you might want to, or yeah, you might want to.
I'm sorry, what?
We have more information on what?
We told you everything that we have. You know everything that we know.
She doesn't want to say the words, am I being arrested?
And most of it we got from you.
But that, like I was telling her, yeah, that's bad. Which I swore on my son's life was not intentional. So that's why I'm trying to figure out what I need to do for myself.
Okay.
Going forward with this, nonetheless, with his family. And are you all just showing up with Lucas in the house?
I think we've already both told you that we would be mindful of any situations.
Thank you, Nick.
So you guys, I guess you're going to call me tomorrow? Or do we need to come back down here?
I'll chat with you next time. I have no idea when I'm going to call you next.
Doesn't the report come out tomorrow?
No.
What report?
I'm just saying a report is generated through us, and the sheriff's office is a public entity. So if someone were to come request something, then...
No, I'm talking about his autopsy.
She's waiting and doing more follow-up, but...
She's looking at him again tomorrow.
Yeah.
But she won't be finished with him because she's pending for other stuff.
Same, Arrow.
So after this, what? I'm done? For now? How long does this stuff take to get back?
The
Most
FGLE
of that
results?
you won't get back. The swabs and stuff will stay.
But I'll know about it?
our dispatch center keeps calling my phone, and I keep having to have other people call them to see what they need.
I hope you all can really both truly understand that that was not my intent. I miss him a lot.
Really, AR?
No more.
But my question has remained the same. What do you expect to happen to somebody when you leave them in a position like that?
Yes, but you have to understand too. I know.
No, just what would you expect to happen to somebody when you leave them in a position?
I had no idea because I've never done it before.
Why have you never done it before?
Why would I?
Exactly.
Why would I do it before?
Why did you do it now?
I clearly have said why. Why?
No, you don't know why. You just know that it's not intentional, but you don't know why. But that's okay.
Really?
I'm not trying to force you to say something that you don't know.
It's feeding and penning.
Yeah, and I don't know if the bat comes into play. She mentions a baseball bat that belongs to her son, but I don't know, because they did say that he had like blunt force trauma to his head.
The fact that you guys would assume that I'm that kind of person.
We're not assuming anything. We're going by the facts. It happened.
Like you said, you don't know me.
Okay, so I just looked it up. And there's a lot on her possibly have throwing it down the stairs with him in it, because it was in a closet upstairs, but it ended up downstairs. So there is like speculation that he may have gotten into it upstairs, pulled it out of the closet, got into it, and then she pushed him down. Allegedly.
What time is it, please?
4:46.
In itself, for me to have to live with getting him out and doing what I did is punishment enough. I think that's why I haven't slept, because that's all I see. So that right there says something. Not my intention.
This is here. I just barely touched her.
Well, that would be very random.
I was like, I
funny.
literally heard the beep, and I was like, that
I don't see the stairs in the picture from the video that she took. I don't. Wait, maybe that's the stairs right there.
Nonetheless, I have to live without him now.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
Yeah.
Punishment in itself.
Yeah. Definitely a tragic situation.
I'm through with alcohol. And it's unfortunate that stupid things like this happen.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, here, let me pull it up. Okay, so I can't, if I click on it, they're videos, so if I click on it, they're gonna play. So no, that one's on the phone. I'd rather have it wide. So, see, I don't see stairs. I don't know where the stairs are in the apartment, but they're not, doesn't look to be like they're on either side of it. This, I would think, is the front door. So unless it's like, unless the stairs are maybe like in front of it.
Nonetheless, I have to live without him now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. His daughters too.
Are you trying to make it worse?
What did he just say?
Sorry, what?
Are you trying?
Yeah. His daughters too.
Are you trying to make it worse?
Sorry, what?
Are you trying to make it worse?
Make what worse?
How I feel?
So this
Making a comment. I mean,
is CSI that was there yesterday. I think she took your photos. So I'm just going to take your swab and go around on one hand and then do the separate one for your other hand. Okay? Right hand.
That's true, last nerve. And the only time she'll shed tears is at her sentencing, you watch. Oh, yeah. She's not going to be able to stand sitting there without being heard. Florida, Starfire. Was she juice or what? Is it wrong I find some joy in that? But see, it's only, she only cried because it was something for her, you know? I just want to fast forward through this because I want to see if she gets arrested at the end of this. Room too. It looks like the walls look like they're like that, like old plaster, and they're not, you know, like patched or anything. Ugh, that's a very uninviting place.
You're looking lost a little bit. Thank you. Okay, I'm done with all these. Okay, Sarah. So, you're not free to go. Okay. Oh, do you promise everything you told us was the truth? Or no? Everything we've talked about today?
Yes. What do you mean?
He asked to swear. Remember how I swore you yesterday on the audio recording? I just forgot, so he raised his hand to remind me.
She's confused because she doesn't know what truth is. What do you mean?
To tell you.
Okay.
Do you promise and swear that everything we talked about today has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
For which?
True and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
What, that it wasn't intentional?
Everything you've said today. Everything that's come out of your mouth has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
To the best of my knowledge.
Correct. Yes.
Why?
Because anytime we talk to somebody, we want to assure that everything that we've talked about is
true and accurate to the best of that person's knowledge.
It's not a trick question.
To the best of my knowledge?
To the best of your knowledge.
Everything that you've told us today is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, but it was not intentional.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
All right, do me a favor, stand up. I need you to turn around, face the wall, put your hands behind your back. Do you have anything in your pockets that I should know about?
No.
Okay.
Why is this happening?
Because George is dead.
Not intentionally.
We understand that.
He's still dead.
You can't just kill somebody and
Someone needs to call Brian, please.
Okay.
Or can I not make a phone call?
You'll be able to make a phone call when we get you down to the jail.
So why is this happening? So this was a trick?
No, it's not
No,
a trick.
not
How's
a
it a
trick.
trick? I'm in here to ask you to explain a few things to us, and
You were read your rights.
your response to everything was basically, I didn't do it.
Intentionally.
I have to go through that.
Doesn't matter. He's still there. Do me a favor. Have a seat.
Really, guys?
Really.
So if I didn't show up? Why is this happening? before you all said I could leave,
When
that I was done after that.
we were done, yes, we were done. Absolutely.
So now, so that's what it is,
We are done.
right? Not intentional.
Okay.
So what am I supposed to do now?
You will,
Someone needs to call Brian.
okay.
Lucas is waiting for Mom to come home. This was not my intention. I thought I was waiting for you all to come and figure out what's what and how many.
That's what we're trying to do.
And I was going to be able to go home
What?
and see Lucas. Now he's just not going to have me come home.
Oh, don't worry about
So
it.
there's nothing that I can do.
All right, no.
There's nothing that I can do in order to go home and see Lucas and prepare.
Not right now, no. You'll be afforded a time in court, you'll be afforded an attorney, you'll be afforded a chance to talk to a judge, and all that stuff will be worked out.
But what's the time frame for that, though?
I have no way of being able to tell you. You should make first appearance probably by tomorrow morning, if not
Sir.
tonight, depending how things are busy, how quickly you get down there. I
had a
don't work
sneaky
in there.
suspicion this was going to happen. And I need water, like, really bad, please.
Have a seat.
You all checked me down here.
Absolutely did not.
I just got those.
Okay. They are not allowed in the jail.
So I can't even smoke cigarettes if I go.
What? Am I good on that? She's fucked up.
And what am I supposed to do with my car?
You'll be fine where it is. When you get down there, you'll have 3 phones, you'll be able to call.
What, as soon as possible?
Yeah, once you get down there, get booked in, you'll be able to use a phone in the waiting
But
area.
how long will that take?
Good
Because I
morning,
need to talk to
Suzanne.
Brian.
You know, it depends how busy, how quickly they get you through. I probably would say within the hour. It's a free phone
Yes?
call
Yeah.
in the lobby. It's a free phone call.
All I'm doing is bringing you there, sign
Yep.
a piece of paper, and you're all good.
She has no clue.
So can I ask you, or whoever it is, those holding cells, the holding cells, am I going to be put in one of those?
I don't know.
Last time I had a panic attack.
Let them know that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you're familiar
Gone
with the
are
big
the
bay.
days when you
As long
are
as you go in
entitled.
and you act civil to them, they'll set you in the big bay. And you'll be left there for
Can
a
you
while.
request that while I'm there?
No, that's not up to us. We don't work at the jail.
As long as like he's saying, is if you don't
If
act
you
up.
go in and act like this, you'll go in and they'll put you in the big bay. If you go in there screaming and kicking and yelling and
Why would
cursing
I
at
do
people,
that?
I don't know. I'm just letting you know that's what happens. That's how they weed people out. If you go in acting like this,
So I asked for the big bay?
they'll put you there as long as you're acting like this.
Yeah, because the last time I had a major panic attack on those little things.
Hey,
Let them know.
change the cups. Call it
Go ahead, stand up.
I have not.
So what am I going to do with my purse? Oh, sorry.
Your
Last
purse is
time,
gonna
so
come,
she's
but
been-
the cigarettes and stuff can't, so.
I put the lock up too, my bad.
Oh, no, it's all good. Mine are now opposite, so.
What made you all decide to do this?
Made us decide to do this?
Uh-huh.
George is dead.
You guys, I knew this was going to happen.
You did? Okay.
So I came
Well,
down
we
here
gave-
willingly.
Yes, absolutely. We were trying to figure out what's going on. We're still trying to figure out what's going on.
Unintentionally.
Well, intentional or not, George is dead. You act like when you say unintentionally, that absolves you from everything.
I need to get, I have my, I don't know if it's able to be or not.
They need your oil then. I apologize.
No, no.
I have things in my car that I need to.
Okay.
Put your purse like that.
What kind of stuff do you have in your car that you're worried about?
Well, I have my medication.
Okay, they have a pharmacy there, so if there's something that you have to have right away, you'll be seeing a nurse.
It's panic attack stuff.
Well, again, when you get checked in, you're going to be seeing a nurse,
Turn around now.
and that they have a pharmacy there, so they'll be able to take care of any kind of that stuff. That protocol is out of my realm. I don't work down there, so I don't know, but I do know they do have a pharmacy, and that you will be afforded to see somebody. Okay?
Is that better, Star?
Yes, ma'am. like I said,
Yeah.
my bad.
No.
And that was that. Thoughts, opinions? I need my booze and pills, Your Honor. I wonder what they set her bail at. I'm assuming it was high enough that she wasn't able to post. Right, Starfire? She made it worse for herself in that interrogation. You're welcome, Ghostface. Can't wait for this trial. Everyone cross your fingers. It actually starts. Yes. So if it starts on time, it will start on Monday. So maybe for Friday's show, we'll kind of go over what's happened since, her arrest up till now. No bail, Sarah. Deuces. I can't say that sassy without thinking of MGL. Deuces. Oh, that's what I need. I need that on my soundboard. Me too, Nick. We can cover the Sarah... Oh, yes! Yeah, I came across... Okay, let me write it. Nick, this is what I use for my little notebook now for streaming, that little planner that I got from you. I use that all the time now because it's easy, because I can flip to Monday and put something, in for Monday. Yes, she wrote, you know what else I have on this second marked? 1 year of membership for Lilith, Irma, Cappuccino, and Maggie. You guys are gonna be members for a whole year next week. That's freaking cool. Okay. So she wrote numerous letters from court to the judge. I don't know who all to, but yeah, I saw there's a whole video on the letters. Let me see. Okay, and my other question for you guys is, because I haven't decided yet, how important is Vlogtober to you guys, from rating from 1 to 5, 5 being most important, 1 meaning you kind of could care less. Are they, Juicer? No, I haven't, Juicer. What is that? Is it a movie, a show? Okay, most of you don't really care. Only reason Vlogtober is where it has kind of evolved over the years. So for me, Vlogtober would mean that every day in October, I have content out, either a live or a video. And the reason I'm asking how important it is to y'all is because I hate making promises that I can't keep. So I'm worried about committing to it and then having a day where I don't feel good and I'm not able to come on. I just don't want to disappoint you guys at all. Flowers. The judge yelled at her about the letters on Plunder Channel. Oh my gosh. All right, let me write that on Monday too. I thought it was so funny that this last attorney that quit on her told the judge she should represent herself. No attorney. She's not going to be happy with any attorney. She should represent herself. I was like, wow. Hold on, guys. Sorry, I'm writing. Okay. All right. Don't forget, again, I'm going to be trying to use my Twitch more, going live over there. Content will still be reactions, but yesterday I did Val. I don't know if I'll continue to do Val, but I'm going to try to mix it up so we're not doing the same people on each platform. So if you haven't followed me on Twitch, the link should be going through the chat. I'd appreciate that if you guys would follow over there. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe and hit the bell. All the YouTubey things. Thank you, Juicer. Thank all of you. It's True Crime with... Okay. True Crime with Paula Mooney. I've never heard of that one. Thanks. I love when you guys give me new channels, too. Okay. Got it written down. Okay, guys. Thank you all. I love y'all. Hope everybody enjoys their...
Hump Day! Yeah!
Get it? All right, guys. I love y'all. I'll talk to you later. Bye.